Welcome back. We are once again past the dice, doing another Daggerheart adventure. Our last, where we left off. Getting right into it. Like, subscribe, the bell. Shebang! Shebang!
Hit that bell button.
Lick that like button.
Lick it? Lick it?
Lick that
There
like
are some people out there that like lick screens and stuff.
Lick that like button.
Window lickers?
Window lick. Yeah, window licker. But last time, we ended up going into Water Temple ended up following the path of these Merfolk. This being said, I found a few things out. Felely has developed some form of taste of blood, or was it a dream? Who knows? The Merfolk seem to be, as you have dipped into the actual portion of the temple itself, some of you relinquished weapons, some water effects begin to kind of trickle in, and there's almost a race against the clock, so to speak, of where you currently are. We last left off inside of this this room that it seemed like people were being harvested for organs. Some of them were without like tongues, eyes, things of that nature, and then you ended up speaking with an individual that was held captive there and let you know that there is someone walking around with a gem in their forehead that seemed to have changed the Merfolk entirely, becoming more animalistic, more like they were once a friendly folk, as far as you were aware. But something has twisted and corrupted them. You each, inside this room that is covered in blood, utensils, in basically organ harvested individuals in cages. You heard the sound of the Merfolk, and you are currently kind of floating in air as if you're underwater, but not. You do notice that this water level is slowly raising as you begin to kind of investigate. Down the hallway, you do begin to hear the sounds of the Merfolk. To reiterate something that was said to you by the individual that was in there, because it is slightly important. And it hasn't been a week, but it's been enough time to maybe potentially forget these things. Don't look at their eyes. Do not listen to their song. I'm going to say, Oram, Hawthorne, you are currently in front of the individual that was describing all this. You see around you, once again, these people kind of holding themselves, staying quiet. Felely, you had swam on over past the individual that Hawthorne did shoot a light bolt at. And Oram, you're right next to the entrances of this particular area. I know that a lot of you were preparing for a potential attack. You do have a moment. I would like to let you guys kind of reassess yourselves, reground yourselves in this moment as you're floating, hearing the sounds of these creatures coming away.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, could my character stuff his ears with like cloth or cotton? Which would probably make him deaf to any communication with the group, but also immune to any
You absolutely
song.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that. And Felely, if you wanted to go ahead and do that right now, you can.
So you got to roll for it?
No, you just kind of just tear something off, and there's probably enough. Even the dead guy in front of you, probably. No, he's naked, but you might be able to find something around, or even just tear off your own clothes.
Yeah, so just rip off. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. You can shove that in there.
Just stick it in my ears.
You guys do notice that Felely go ahead and take preemptively, kind of covers his ears with some cloth to dampen potentially the sound. Anyone else want to do anything? I would honestly say this is almost like a prepare phase.
So, I have a suggestion. because I do have a new ability called Goad Them On. If you guys want to prep an ambush, I could stand at the base of the stairs, goad them to come after me, and then lead them right into a little pincer move or something like that if we're interested.
It would automatically put Spotlight directly on you, not converting over to me until your Spotlight's over. Or you roll a fear, but then it'll come back to you. So that is an opportunity.
I was going to say, do we have like a general idea of how many people are coming back down?
You're not entirely sure, honestly, because they had already passed, they had already left. You could inquire with one of the prisoners that are in front of you. But I know that at this moment in time, you guys had shifted over to one another.
If
I know we were going to the place of running water.
Yeah, running water is technically
Where the little guy's at.
Yeah, where someone is short.
So go down the hallway. Sorry, I'm going to sketch this in my brain. Down the hallway, we have the stairs right up here. We are down at the other end with the caged prisoners.
Yep.
There's a couple offices, and then on the other side of the prisoners is the running water, correct?
To the left-hand side, so right where the stairs are, if you were looking directly forward, it'd be to your left. To your right were the whimpering, just because the camera has shifted, so to speak, because you're at the other side of the hall. There was whimpering on the right-hand side.
So, never mind. That would be an ability, technically, because I have my hope skill is hone in. I wanted to see if I can turn that in on itself and hone in on myself.
You can't, sadly. That would be an ability. Someone could use a combo attack with you, though.
Okay.
Just as a heads up, but you wouldn't be able to dip from your pool of hope to be able to do that.
I'm just. It would have been interesting though, because the way I envision it working is I'd get a +2 bonus to any any checks to resist charm, but I would get a -2 to everything else for the rest of the scene.
That might not be a bad idea to play around with in general, but it would definitely be an ability.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oram,
I'd keep that in mind for a later time.
how are you looking HP wise?
Good.
Good. How many? Did you take 3 or 2?
3.
3. I'm going to expend 3 hope and heal 1 HP off of you.
Oh no,
I have-
spent 3 hope.
Yeah, well I have maxed out hope.
And
Are you sure?
Yeah, and I can get it back for free with my paradise.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, drop that heal. So Hawthorne, you kind of float over towards the entrance and lay your hands on Oram. And Oram, you feel like this kind of nice healing light that kind of fills, and you notice that some of the cuts that you have on your shoulder itself, and just how tired you feel a lot less than that. So, yes.
I forgot to ask.
Mhm.
When I got my my new armor,
Yes.
was my armor bumped up to 5, or what am I sitting at?
What were you before?
I think 5.
5. It would be plus 6. It was
be at
in
6
my
now.
brain. It was 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember it, but I also don't know if I ever got any bonus to it, because I feel like it was pretty low before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you on stamina?
Okay.
Stamina? What do you mean? Like
Or
stress?
Stress, yeah, sorry.
I'm
Hawthorne, what was
I'm
your-
good on stress.
Okay, never mind.
I just want to look into that coat I got.
I don't
You
know
said
any
6?
abilities, so.
Maybe not a safe area at this point in
No,
time, because
yeah,
you do
yeah.
hear.
I need to remind myself
Yeah.
to do that. So when we get somewhere safe.
That was a good thought bubble, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I was like, oh shit, I got
somewhat
something else.
important depending on how you use it. Okay, I would say at this point in time, you guys have already got yourself feel a little more grounded. We can go ahead and really kind of get into it. So down the distance, down the hallway, you hear the sounds of. You hear the kind of oddly enough, the bickering once again. Like, there's an argument, there's raised vocals between potentially one or two, well, definitely two, at least 2 people kind of bickering amongst themselves as they go through it. You hear immediately, and as one of the one prisoner that you were kind of talking with, he seems to having in general like almost like a leader-like figure for these other individuals, and he kind of quickly like tries to calm people down. There's like a small young girl that is just kind of curled up, and she almost makes a whimper, but he reaches through his like the cage itself and kind of holds on to her hand, and then you just hear the slight murmuring of a child, but potentially how long they have lasted is purely dictated by whoever this individual is. You hear the door, one of the doors, slam open. You hear the big and you hear bickering and arguing, and they seem to be kind of like going into one of the rooms themselves at this point in time. Rummaging through, you hear the sounds of just anger and like, you know, just confusion of what had happened. There's still this, to paint the image further, this individual that is currently glowing, that has the front of his whole torso filleted off, is still glowing that bright light. At this point in time, you guys can do what you want, but I will at least give you a little nugget. They're investigating you. They're trying to find out where this came from. They're currently in another room.
Can I hold up 2 fingers and kind of like do like a inquisitive gesture with my hands towards the individual we were talking to?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know how that would look, but
Yeah, you kind of direct through that.
yeah. Trying to see if you can tell me how many there are.
So if you're trying to, I'll say, because of this, I'll let you go ahead and do a finesse roll just to see if you can convey this without actually talking.
$14 with hope.
14 with hope. Take the hope. So you kind of convey, like, with your fingers, like, basically, Siegfried. Go on. Say what? You try and convey that with your fingers, and he seems to gather that what you're trying to ask of him. He kind of, as he points, and he kind of has this kind of wild eye, this scraggly looking look about him, and he looks over and he points down the hallway, and he raises his hands down as if to initiate here, and he raises up 3 fingers.
Okay.
You notice that when he raises up 3 fingers, his ring finger is gone, but he's still raising it.
Maybe one's a midget.
Could be the halfling one, yeah, or not the halfling.
Well, he physically doesn't have the
Okay.
finger. Just just to make sure, yeah. But he raises it up, and you can kind of see like the slight panic in his eyes. But he quickly tries to reiterate, like he makes this kind of round gesture, and with the round gesture, he puts 4 fingers down on it, and you may interpret that how you will.
Spider?
Could be spider. Or I don't know. I don't know how to interpret that off the top of my head. Okay, so it sounds like we got 3 in the other room. Do we want to attempt to sneak past them to avoid conflict?
Vascophili wants problems, always.
Well, Vascophili's hungry. That's
Vascophili's
what it is.
He's still fed at this point, mechanically speaking.
I have 1.
Yep, we
So
do
if
have
we
one.
rest again,
Wow.
you are going to be a little snackish. Okay.
It's gonna be a little peckish. She's gonna be looking at one of us.
Mr. Food. Waste the next long rest. Up to you. I'm down to fight.
I'm always down to brawl.
Always down to bra. Mr. Oram. Alright.
Alright,
I say we go for a fight then.
alright. So you guys preparing in here, or are you going to go ahead and go into one of the rooms? rooms that are currently open.
I said we go in the rooms and just...
You notice that they had moved out and then moved into another room. That door swinging up.
Preemptive strike. We run in and we just...
Is that, or do we want to try to lure? Do you guys want to stage on either side of the door and I can goad them out?
Yeah, we can do this attack thing.
Yeah. We can ambush them.
Now, there won't be, just because of your classes, not quite a sneak attack.
Fair.
But
Well, yeah.
you definitely will have immediate spotlight.
Like a round of surprise.
Mechanically speaking. Yeah, a round of surprises. Now, they can attack, obviously, back if you do roll. Okay. So is that the plan?
I was gonna say, how does everyone feel about that?
I like it.
You like it?
I don't hate it.
Over. All right. Yeah.
I will say that these meds got me a little intoxicated right now.
Right.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
So, Hawthorne, you end up making your way down this hallway while you have your companions kind of set up and ready. You navigate down, you notice on the left-hand side where you had previously came from, that kind of office-like room. But on the right-hand side, there's two doors. One completely swung open. The other one seems to be cracked. I would say where you were, you weren't entirely sure which that they ended up going into. You have one of three options to choose from whether or not which room you're going to go ahead and try and do this.
So there's one with the wide open door.
Wide open door.
One's
There's one that
cracked.
you came from, and then there's one that is cracked.
Okay.
Now, based on the sound that you heard,
I'm gonna say cracked.
okay, you're going to go ahead and go through the cracked one.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make a presence roll,
Okay.
and I'm going to almost imitate the bolt beacon I sent earlier, but not fully cast it. Just like pulling at the golden electric threads around me and forging that connection
Okay.
to kind of give them that light to kind of, hey, look, I'm over here.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your hope and fear dice. For your spinner is like first one hope, second one fear.
I'm doing first one fear, second one hope,
Okay.
which is an 11 with fear so far.
I like that thing a lot. Actually.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
kinda
it's kinda
nice.
cool. For our viewers, it's kind of like this little spinal, like spinny thing for each die.
10, so a 20, 21, 24 with fear.
24 with fear. Okay. So, when you go ahead, are you opening up the door and then creating the image, or the incantation, or you kind of just
I'm
describe this to me?
kind of like standing towards like the center of the hallway, focusing towards that door with the crack, but just essentially trying to pull in like a bright light
Yeah.
to kind of like get their attention, essentially.
Okay, absolutely. So you go ahead and cast that, and as this light kind of illuminates and kind of pierces through. Yes.
Before all this happens, just to make sure this happens, I'm gonna hide behind one of
Yes.
just to let.
Yeah.
Just like off to one of the sides.
Yeah, I'm gonna because we're gonna.
Hell yeah.
Because I don't want it to be the confusion where you're like, oh, here we're drawing them in, and then like we forget to move or in our spot, so they just see all of us.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
That's fair. That's
my
fair.
bad.
Oh, you're all good.
So that being said, this bright light kind of goes on out, and then you kind of immediately, when this light erupts, there's a sound of kind of rats kind of just formulating outside of the door that there is a crack, and you hear after the sounds of rats like just silence, and then you hear and the door just kind of very kind of loudly opens up, and you notice this immediately, this kind of almost grayed out eyes, elongated jaw, the fins of this merfolk kind of just almost draping back, folded as if like a dog's ears kind of going back when they are worried. The fins going backwards like that, and as it kind of tries to scan the area, it immediately locks eyes with you. And you had rolled what?
24 with fear.
24 with fear, and I did take the fear. When this happens, you hear, like, see it, like, kind of its jaw drop, and you hear it echo. I need you to go ahead and roll a presence roll for me.
Gotcha. Would you say this is me gaining a condition?
It would be.
So I'm gonna go ahead and activate Bold Presence.
Okay.
So essentially, as like this creature like drops its jaws, she's gonna kind of like flutter her wings and like tune into the sound of thunder in between the bones as they're kind of like fluttering, and she will resist actually gaining a condition.
There we go. Fantastic.
Like it.
There we go. So there's this kind of echoing sound of, and you can kind of hear it off into the distance while you guys are down the way. Just this, almost like this is the signal when you hear this electrified thunder sound inside. It kind of seems to echo throughout. It looks lost for a second as it is both curious, intrigued, but then as it seems to have not had an effect on you, it begins to try and lunge at you. Describe this for me as it's trying to kind of go out through the door, and you see all these like rats kind of coming out of this room, and it begins to swim towards you.
So as it's kind of like charging out of the room towards Hawthorne, as she's like fluttering her wings, she's almost preparing for it, and she just like pushes back with the air to kind of propel herself backwards.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I would also like to note they will take a stress, and the next time they are spotlighted, they are required to attack me with disadvantage.
Okay. Cool. Hell yeah.
Dude.
Very cool.
Because I had thought of this combo like 30 minutes after we left last session. I was like, oh, okay.
Here, I got this. I got this. So you kind of swoop backwards, propelling yourself with the wings, and as it tries to reach out, it almost like just kind of barely scratches the tip of your boot as you begin to kind of propel yourself backwards. Hawthorne, you notice as it kind of comes on out, I need you to roll a D20.
D20. The big one. That's a 1.
It's a 1.
That's a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
There seems to be only one after you as it charges forward. And as it swims towards you, it begins to like almost bark, almost yell at itself. But then coincidentally, it turns to its right shoulder and like almost as if it is arguing with itself. And it begins to kind of swim out. You're not entirely sure where the other ones are. But it's swimming after you. It comes into the room. Oram, you're on to the left-hand side of the room itself. Felely, you're on the right-hand side. What are you all doing at this point in time?
You go first.
You got it.
You guys could
You
combo
got big
attack
axe.
as well.
He can't.
Well,
Naturally.
yeah.
You go first.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So as this kind of like is dashing through, and you notice, Hawthorne, as you're kind of continuously beginning to push yourself, I also would like to reiterate you now have 3 turns.
Oh shit.
Until something happens. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I forgot about that shit too.
But it swings on through, and it almost like as it is grasping a hold of Hawthorne, and it comes across the two of you. Tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do an overhead swing as it's coming out the doorway. I'm gonna mark as stress and incorporate my tongue into this too.
Okay. Go ahead, and I want you to roll to hit.
Alright.
Would you say that it's advantage since the creature does not know its presence, or no?
I would say no. You know what? Yes.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Sick.
Roll a d6.
For advantage.
Go for it.
So, do you know where our big battle mat is?
I have no idea.
Back.
Got 13 hope.
13 hope. So you go to swing directly at it. Go ahead and take that hope, but when you sweep on down, it's so agile it moves and it kind of contorts. It misses. It immediately goes ahead to try and strike Hawthorne at this point in time.
All right.
You sweep your weapon. There is a slight almost resistance as if you're in water. You didn't really account for that as you began to actually move in. Hawthorne.
Have disadvantage as well.
It does have disadvantage.
Yeah, for this one singular attack.
I need Eddie, if you could roll a d6 for me for the disadvantage.
Got it, boss.
3. 12 minus 3, 9.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. As it tries to, as it dodges out of the way and that blade moves out, it tries to sweep up and strike Hawthorne. But Hawthorne, you instinctually like pull your feet in as it just almost nicks. It looks around, and the 3 of you still have a spotlight.
You say you want to swing at it now?
You go. If you want.
I have no idea where everything is. Keep going. Whisper.
It's whisper chat.
What are we doing?
Like I said. If you want to swing at it, swing at it.
Oh no, it's okay.
You sure?
Yeah. I figured with the whole thing, you're like, oh, you can just attack them or whatever.
Oh, and I could use kick from my Fawn ability to kick it back towards
There
you
you
guys.
go.
All right, now I'm cooking.
If you kick it, I'll blow its head move off.
Oh, you got your shoddy.
Yeah.
Would you?
Unfortunately, I can't attack very often. I have to roll a fear to instantly reload. Otherwise, I have to spend an action to reload.
Yeah.
Hawthorne, as she's kind of like leaning back, she's gonna kick it with her feet, but almost like kind of like move her entire body into the kick to get like a full strike on it.
Yeah, it's almost like you would swoop back to get out, dodge it, and you immediately push your wings forward to go ahead and strike. Go ahead and roll to hit. You know 13 does not hit.
High DC.
These things are very agile in the current environment.
It's 11.
I should say that it does know where your presence is, so it wouldn't be with advantage.
No, yeah.
Although the others...
It's 22 plus 3. Actually, no. An 11 and 11 is a crit.
11 and 11 is an entire crit.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a crit, yeah.
Yep. Go ahead and take that hope, remove its stress.
Nice.
This is.
Hawthorne, go ahead and describe this for me.
I mean, I think you described it perfectly with like the recoil back into it as I'm kind of leaning back. So I'm assuming just take the standard damage and then I'll add my kick damage on top.
Yep,
of
yep,
it?
absolutely.
Okay. So it's 4. It's proficiency 2. 7,
How wasted are you, Eddie?
11.
I don't know what this fucking Mike's Herdlone is doing to me.
It's guying. It's spinning. The world is spinning.
With that, an additional 2 to expend the sharpness buff from that as well. Because I forgot about that from last session.
Yeah, the 4.
So that's 15, and then I roll 2d6. That's a 4. So 19.
Indeed, your mind is straight.
21 damage.
21 damage. So you go ahead and kick this thing as you swoop back on and just with the full force of a fawn kick, just smack itself. You notice that its cheek completely caved in and the actual left eyeball kind of popped out, and you notice it just kind of scream in agony. It is now another person's spotlight.
Oh yeah, 1 additional. It does also get moved to very close range.
That's right. So I ended up kind of getting
I kind of pushed it back into
push it back. Yep, absolutely. Eddie or Oram, what are you doing?
As the creature slides back in, I attempt to run up to it and just its head schmoove off.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Good for me, bad for everybody else. That's a 17 with fear.
17 with fear. Okay. Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Remember, it does have your proficiency now.
Wow, that's a pretty bad roll for 2d20s. 11.
11 damage. So you kind of point this thing directly at its head, and as it gets kicked, you notice that its eye kind of like pops out, and you immediately take out this new crystallized weapon. Not entirely sure of how it works, but you feel like, due to the barrel size, you got to get relatively close, and you immediately just pop its bottom jaw off entirely. It splits open, and it kind of like rolls back and dies.
Oh,
Damn!
nice.
We smoothed it.
Cool.
Wow.
We smoothed
The
Oh god.
echo of the gun ripples throughout, and you hear it kind of almost bounce throughout the whole place. I'm going to go ahead and expedite. Oh, I got 3. I'm going to use 3 fear.
It's like when Pippin switches the
And the timer,
the question to the well.
you notice that the water is immediately started gushing. And even though you're swimming, it's up to about chest high. The water just became immediate and began to gush from where the running water came from. So I would say, Oram, as you saw this kind of play out in front of you, you look around the corner just to see if anything was coming. You notice a burst of water just kind of beginning to flood the area. When this happens, you are now, except for Felely, in difficult terrain. You can still breathe just fine. And actually,
Please don't let me drown.
I need Eddie. We're going to do a contestant roll.
Okay.
You're going to roll your d20 against my d20.
Well,
That's not it.
18.
18. I don't know if I should even... It landed on top of one of my other dice perfectly. It was a natural 20. It...
play it as it lies.
Play as it lies.
Card laid is card played.
That's what Jesus would do.
It is. So, Eddie, as you begin to kind of like, everyone begins to kind of swim as you're starting to get up, you notice that some of the people behind you are beginning to kind of cry out and begin to drown behind you.
Oh, they're dead anyways. Fuck.
How are those?
Are they not water?
Cages? Are those rusted?
Not all of them.
No, they're the people from town.
Are they rusted? This is a really,
I would say that
really
those-
old.
It is really old, but this seems to be relatively new. They are not rusted. You notice that as the water begins to kind of pour in, Eddie, you once again kind of feel the weird sensation of hair going back up onto your neck. And you begin kind of swimming, but it's not as easy as was once before, and that feeling behind your neck disappears. You do hear now at this point in time, people are beginning to panic. Some of them are actually already underwater. The one that has been very communicative with you states that, check if it has the key!
I'm gonna check the key. Check the key.
Okay, I need you to go ahead and roll a finesse roll. This will dictate whether or not
Someone
that these
please
individuals...
give me hope.
I was gonna
I don't
say-
ask for much, but I need this. Please.
Can I get hope?
You cannot.
I will expend a hope to give Oram hope by kind of increasing the brightness of my wings.
Okay, this is completely black water, as a heads up, just like sea. So this light completely illuminates the area. So what are we rolling?
That's a D6 for hope, yes?
It's a D6.
Oh yeah, sorry, you roll. No, you're all good.
Oram, what'd you get?
Oh yeah, 17.
17?
Plus 5.
Plus 5. So you kind
Oh,
of
wow.
dive into the water itself. You notice that one of them carries a ring with many keys on the bottom. So there are a total of 12 people in this room. You have, between the 4 of you, Zephyr at this point in time is, I'm gonna say that he's not really a part of this. This is gonna be for you guys. You each have one chance to save 3 people. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so how this is gonna play out. Yes.
One quick question, sorry. I'm
No,
like
yeah.
on a point with like using all my class features.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone in our party considered within far range?
Oh yeah.
Easy. All right. I can buff us all if needed.
Yes,
So
yes.
if you roll shit, let me know.
Okay, so here we go. So this is how this is gonna go. You have a ring of 4 keys. Each one of you has the ability to get one of these rings to be able to potentially save individuals. The room is lined with several people on the left, several people in front of you, several people on the right. There's a total of 12. There's 4 of you. You have the chance to save 3. Each.
Each?
Each.
Yeah.
You have one chance to be able to unlock potentially 3 people per person.
Hold on.
This will completely dictate which side that you go on. And I know there's 4 of you. There's 3 sides. You have the option of top row, bottom row, left, right. Now in terms of like how this actually will play out, I'll describe it to you. But you have one of those 4. Each one is a particular key. You get to choose which key, and you get to choose which row or area.
Oh shit.
This is a very low chance. However, it can be done. You have no idea what these keys do. You are going to be blindly, thankfully, due to the light, you'll have an advantage in this moment. There's a key that has a diamond on the top. There's a key that has a moon on the top. Or the hilt, one could say. A key that has a clover. And a key that has a heart. I will allow one of you, with advantage, to quickly decipher where one of these locks would be.
Does anyone have any good experiences to apply to this? Because I know that's another feature you don't
Yep.
use as much as well.
Yep.
I can't
Yeah,
use my experience.
I have adrenaline.
I would allow it. An experience would be fine. This is something that you've drawn from your history.
I have a well-trained eye.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So Eddie, you could use a hope in this moment to give yourself advantage. I would say it would be double advantage, which is odd to say, to be able to
I'll do it.
find out one of them. So Eddie, as this kind of begins to swarm up, I need you to go ahead. You're going to be rolling for knowledge.
Doesn't matter. $20.
20.
20 even.
So you notice that the top level is heart. So that being said, you do know that the heart key will be able to release everyone on the top floor, or the top level, which is 3 people, for certain. Who are you going to give this key, knowing your party? Because I would say that you're the one that deciphered this. Who would you give this key, knowing that it is, you know, the key that's available, but who would have deft enough hands to be able to open it up?
I pull the key off the chain and I huck it at Felely.
Okay. All right. Now, Felely has the top row. The rest of you have the others to choose. This is all happening very quickly, but I know this is kind of a relatively like high stakes moment, so to speak. Not to mention the other individuals that were in cages down the other pathway. But due to your choices, I would say that you'd only be able to save these individuals.
Which section is the gentleman we've been talking to then?
He would be in the heart section.
Okay, so he's getting out no matter what.
Where's the child at?
Child is in the heart. It was right next to him.
Okay. There are 2 sections left here. Statistically, 2 of us can go to one side and try both keys there. And we have a 2/3 opportunity of being right there, but also a 2/3 opportunity of taking the key away from the other side.
So you can kind of almost go all in on one to make sure that you for sure have 2. 6 people saved out of 12.
Wait. Oh yeah, and we can't save the other 3, can we?
I mean, if you decide to disperse, it'll kind of dictate.
Well, because we have 3 sections here, and a section that's out of reach now.
No, there's 4 sections. One is for sure discovered that Felely is taking care of.
Okay.
I will say I will give you another 10 seconds to decide. 10,
I say we split.
9,
Yeah, I say we split.
8,
Everyone pick a key and hope it works.
Give me those clubs,
6,
and I'm going to the right.
5. Club right. 4.
Where's the, hold on.
3.
Where's the other fucking thing? Don't do that. Hold on. I
Bottom
don't.
and left.
Hey,
I'll take
bottom and left.
I don't remember where the fuck everything's at.
Pay attention.
I was gonna say, I'll take bottom with
Obi, I'm right there with you. I'm just trying.
bottom with there was heart close. My brain.
If they're on the deck.
You hear
deck
that?
of cards.
Deck of cards.
There you go.
I'll take diamond on bottom.
Diamond bottom.
That leaves spades.
Spades right.
Spades right.
Spades right.
I was clubs right.
Your club's right. Spades right. So wait, spades.
Wait,
Spades
what
left.
are
right.
all the locations? One
Yeah,
more
that's what I'm
Top,
saying.
bottom, left, right.
Top, bottom. Okay, so therefore, I didn't realize the way I envisioned it.
I made you
Is
drunk
we're
as shit.
at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's all fucking confusing.
I'm not fucked
Feely guy.
too much.
Feely's smart.
Okay, so I'm taking clubs right. You take spades bottom,
Or spades,
Spades left.
spades left, and oh yeah, because you're going bottom.
All right. So let's go ahead and play this out. Feely, as this gets tossed immediately to you from Eddie, and you notice that his kind of flames kind of dwindle a little bit, and you swim on over towards you, pop open the top cages themselves, just because you knew for a fact that heart one popped them all open.
Cool.
This being said, Oram, you went. It was what again?
Spades left.
Spades left. A success.
Oh,
A complete gamble. Oram, you ended up swimming over towards the left-hand side, and you stumbly but carefully pop it open. You notice that it opens. You peel it forward, and you kind of begin letting the individuals out. These individuals are without their tongues. You can see that as they kind of swing through, they are kind of like gasping for air, but you kind of hustle them out. Hawthorne, which one?
Diamond bottom.
Diamond bottom. You guys completely succeed.
yeah!
That is nuts. That is crazy.
No
shit.
mental scar for Eddie.
Yes.
I was gonna say, please don't let these people die.
So coincidentally, in terms of Lady Luck being on your side, quite literally, popping open, 12 individuals were kind of flooding on out. The water level has now begun to kind of, there's probably a good almost like 3 feet of like air as this water begins to kind of continue to pour. What are you all doing with these individuals?
I'm gonna hustle them out of. There's exits, right? Is there an exit, or do we have to go back up?
I mean, technically you would have to go back up if you were going to go that way.
Going back up.
I was gonna say, yeah, I want to usher these people out and try to get them to the surface,
Okay. Everyone in
or at
common
least into the
consensus?
temple area. I think.
Yeah.
That's probably the best. Yeah.
We need to get these people out of here.
Okay. So you end up kind of going across, I would say, Feely being the first one to unlock all these people, kind of the immediate one to begin to kind of lead the way, tip of the spear as he is. Feely, as you become kind of swimming out, you notice on your left-hand side 3 merfolk, and they begin to immediately strike at you.
Okay.
So these, as you kind of begin swimming, you have this kind of posse behind you. The first one is going to go ahead and try and take a swipe. 12? Oh, sorry. 9.
9 doesn't hit.
9 doesn't hit. First one misses. Feely, you dodge out of the way and you're quite deft. Second one, 12.
Meets it, beats it, right?
Meets it, beats it. Yep.
Yeah.
It goes ahead and begins to slash at you, causing 18 damage as it kind of slashes up into you. The third one entirely misses. So as they kind of begin swooshing over, you dodge the first, dodge the second, but the third one ends up clipping you. And when you get slashed back, your head kind of rolls back, and you look down and you see probably about, it's hard to tell, but several hands as if they were reaching out for their last breath down the other hallway where all the prisons are. You had gotten slashed at this point in time. Spotlight is on you. Are you pushing forward? Are you fighting? Tell me what you feel like. This is Feely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna spend a hope and do a whirlwind.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Do a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll to hit. 13 did not hit, however.
Yeah. Let's see.
Any of these the big ones?
What's that?
Or any of these the big
These
ones?
seem to be these are the thinner
The
ones.
thinner ones,
Yep.
not the ones that are weak to magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
14.
14
Hope.
just hits.
Yes.
Take
dude.
the hope. Go ahead and do your damage.
All right.
And after you explain this to me as you hit one,
Let me see what my damage was. 20, 5, and
Well, you get to roll it twice because you have proficiency too.
is that how that works?
yeah,
Yeah, for each proficiency you have, you roll your damage dice twice.
yeah.
Oh, but you only use like the top.
No, you combine the two.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
This whole time?
This whole time. Do you feel he's been doing half damage?
So it's a 2d20,
Yeah, so 2d20.
What
Yeah,
the
dude.
fuck?
7, yeah.
dude. Okay.
You fell an archangel, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it was a rare, and you landed, you rolled a really high, I think it was a natural 20 when it came to scavenging. I forget.
Yeah.
It was like the best outcome that you
I
could
think,
have.
yeah, from what I remember
Nuts.
watching it was in that point.
Yeah.
Okay. So far I got a 3. Let's see. So 5 plus 7. What is that? 12?
Yeah.
No bueno.
12 damage. So you hit one, and as you swim into the water, and you hit, and then you immediately do a quick spin around, kind of shredding forward. Are you continuing to dash forward, or are you holding your ground?
I'll hold my ground. Let these guys move up. I
Okay.
can breathe, so fuck it.
Yeah, that's fair. At this point in time, I need...
Marching order.
We're going to go ahead. Marching order. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say... You were the first Oram. Yeah, Oram, and then Hawthorne. Oram, you are swimming up with your group of 3. You notice that Felely take a quick boom and slashed several of them. And then you notice that he kind of quickly readjusts himself and centralizes. He readjusts himself. What are you doing as you begin to kind of swim towards where Felely is?
Are they all the mer people close to each other?
This whole time. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're clustered.
I was gonna pull my axe and just push them up against the wall, 3 of them. Try to pin him.
Try and pin him. Do you have an ability that lets you do that?
No, just
He
Riz.
can't even use abilities.
Yeah, you can.
Is that like an ability that you have to do?
Well,
It's
I would
more-
say that it would end up being a.
Because there is no ability.
I would allow you to do a strength check for that to see if you're able to do that. It'll be with disadvantage. There's 3 of them, but you are back to full stature, Oram. So I need you to go ahead and do a strength check. That being said, I would have Hawthorne. You're going to go ahead and add the disadvantage.
Could I use, since this is not like an attack, it's just like a thing, can I use an experience?
You may absolutely use experience. Yes,
Could I use adrenaline?
you 100% can. Yes, so it'll be +2 to whatever you roll.
Okay.
Let's see. I just got to change.
I like it.
Well,
23 with hope.
23 with hope.
Well, minus the disadvantage.
Minus 3.
-3. Still a 20. I would say that you end up like as Hawthorne. I'm sorry. Felely ends up taking a slash. They kind of quickly like try and dodge backwards. You bring up your crystal axe and slam them up against the wall. And you notice that when that happens, like they get slammed up and just bubbles end up kind of going up. I would assume that you might be staying.
I'm staying.
Okay, then in case the next one up was Hawthorne. Hawthorne, as you begin, you see this kind of happen in front of you, and you begin to kind of swim forward, splashing the water behind you. You notice that that group is keeping up with you. It seems to be a lot of waterkin.
Gotcha. I have a question.
Yes,
Could I cast an ability as I swim by but continue to lead them
you
out?
totally can. Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Oram or Felely? Who doesn't want to die?
Felely probably does not want to die.
Yeah, but I feel like you're always a bit more prone to take it.
I'm okay.
He has way more HP than he does.
That is true.
Yeah.
Alright, then I'm going to cast Life Ward, and I'm going to spend 3 hope on that.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast Life Ward on Oram. As I'm like kind of swimming past you, I'm going to place both of my hands on your back, and that is going to etch a golden blue like lightning bolts, like kind of like ethereally on your back. You are marked until either we take a rest or you perform a death move. If you do attempt to, or if you do, when you get into death state, instead of making a death move, you will now clear a hit point instead.
Oh wow.
So you now have a second wind, essentially.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to keep leading the rest of the survivors with me out.
With you out. I'm going to see if they take Feely's survivors take the hint.
But that might be retarded.
It might be retarded. But I mean, they immediately see this kind of happen. Like, are we fighting? Are we like? You can tell that even some of them feel it because these individuals, the heart, particular group, they don't seem to have anything physically done to them.
Yeah.
Yet.
Okay.
They're not like particularly injured. Or
So if they roll bad, they're just retarded.
Yeah. Or they just are ready to either fight.
Can I
Retard
use
strength.
Beacon
Retard strength.
of Hope to boost their attempts? I know that's like a personal experience, so I understand from now on.
I mean, they should know, like-
well, if you were doing something to help them, yes. But you had done this quick, like, boom heal and almost like push off of like the rock statue that Oram currently is, as he has become back to like more orcish nature.
Gotcha.
I should have reiterated the rules. I need a quick contested roll. It'll be you and me. You'll use your hope and fear dice.
Okay.
It is a matter of if we both roll fear or if we both roll hope.
Fear.
Hope. So, in that case, they're confused. They're going to go ahead and they're right next to Felely, almost like they feel his energy of fight, and they have been basically tortured or seen their brethren tortured, and they wish to stand their ground, and they're feeling that energy that Felely has.
I mean, it's only 3 of them. They can die.
That being
the
said,
head guy.
Eddie, you kind of see all this kind of play out. What are you doing with your group? And these individuals cannot see. They're the ones that seem to have their eyes harvested.
Well, the way I see it, there are currently 2 groups. Now, I know Hawthorne's still moving, right?
Yeah, I'm heading towards the stairs up to try to get them to that little main sanctum area.
Does my group move too?
They're with you.
I'm going to encourage
They don't have the tongues.
the resisting, or I'm going to encourage the remaining groups to continue moving with us if I can.
Yeah. I need you to go ahead and roll a presence roll. This will not take your action, I'll say. Or actually, if you're going to try and get everyone, then it'll be a presence roll.
Yeah, do you want to try to get everyone off? That way,
Yeah.
yeah.
Get them out of there.
Would you consider it a coerce roll?
Yeah, because I did that for my group to move past me, not to fight.
No. Absolutely.
Because, like,
But they're going in blind. Bear in mind that this water is black.
if I'm coercing them over, I could use my gun to it's kind of an intimidate. No. You said presence?
A presence
I
roll.
still have a +1 to presence. Oh,
Oh, you have your.
You have your inspiration.
You have your inspiration.
For those
die.
that have
I
it.
forgot about that.
I still have my inspiration.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to use my bardic
Scarlet
inspiration.
or Hawthorne, you weren't here for that.
I know, yeah.
There's moments where, like, if you really roleplay your character, I'll give you an inspiration die
Gotcha. I see.
that you can use for anything, damage,
Whatever.
whatever,
It's essentially an additional prayer die for me.
for sure.
21.
21. So Eddie, describe to me how you're doing this as you begin to kind of follow Hawthorne's path almost right behind her.
Am I underwater?
You are underwater at this point.
The group with me is blind. I'm underwater, and so are they.
They do see your flame. Dull as it may be, it's one of the only light sources within melee range because of how dark this is. Now Hawthorne does have within close range due to her radiance, but otherwise it is entirely black to them. And they, actually the ones with you, are the blind ones. So that
Well,
doesn't
yeah.
quite help.
Well, if we're still in water, technically thermal.
They can feel the heat of your flame.
For sure.
They can feel the heat.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm just gonna get hot.
Okay.
I'm going to try and become a beacon.
Okay. And what did you roll for your presence?
21.
21. So, as this happens, I'm going to say for flavor, I need Felely. How strong is your battle presence right now?
I get to pick or I have to roll for it?
I need you to roll a d4.
A D4. Okay.
So, you emit this
If you don't mind.
flame
Are you
behind
done with
you
your...
and begin to kind of
I did just
swim
finish it.
out,
You did?
Eddie.
Yeah, I can trade you.
Thank you so much.
You swim towards and you become this heat, this radiance. In fact, it kind of begins to boil the water around you. And you swim past. Immediately, Felely rolled a natural one at this moment. But that's okay. You end up heating and boiling the water around you, becoming this beacon. And it gathers successfully everyone that was behind you, as well as Felely's group and Oram's group. Felely, as you kind of keep your stance forward, I would say that as you kind of ready yourself for whatever happens next, you feel the soft hand of a child touch your right pauldron. And you kind of glance over and you see the one that you've kind of been talking with and things of that nature in there, holding on to this child, swimming with one arm. And she almost kind of tries to reach out to grab you, and he pulls her in and begins to kind of go forward. But they are successfully following Hawthorne and Eddie as you begin sweeping up. This being said, the spotlight kind of goes towards me. The three have been shoved up against the wall in front of Oram. I'm going to do a quick contestant route of I need the two of you to roll a fate dice, so your d20, whether or not that you keep, I would say, spotlight due to the position that they're in. You both need to roll over 10. 17.
17.
So Oram has him.
I'm not
sucked
fucking moving,
into there. This being said, you both have your spotlights back up. They cannot move. What are you two doing?
Felely, you want to do the honors? I'm not moving at all, so you can
you're
just
holding
fucking gank him.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do another whirlwind.
It'll be with advantage because of their constraint.
Okay, whirlwind again.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna spend my feed point if that's possible.
You can.
Okay.
There we go.
So
Dipping into that.
yeah.
Everyone's using every ability in the book right now.
Let's
I'm
go.
loving
I love
this.
it. Yeah, let's
Sweet.
class specs. Let's go.
It's a bad one. Nice.
It's with advantage. I need Hawthorne. Go ahead and roll the advantage.
Yeah, please.
That is a 6.
Okay,
6.
So 26, 30.
Freaking hits. Hope or fear?
This would be fear.
Fear? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take the fear. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sick. I get 2d20s. That's so cool. What the fuck? This whole time.
Felely's like, wow, I'm so much more powerful. It's the
And-
vampirism, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. What else do I have on this page?
Does attacking with the sword technically give? Because he gains
If he
HP
hits
back.
hope. If he rolls with hope.
But does that count as a feed?
No, he has to bite them.
They're There are weapons out there like that, but that you
I was
roll
just
with
curious.
fear that I've concocted. However,
I'm gonna use my inspiration as well.
okay.
And that's Whirlwind, so that's everything.
Yeah, the first is main damage, and the other get half damage.
27.
27 damage. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll a d4.
Yeah.
One of them you already hit max damage. If you hit it again, which will be a 2, that one's fucking dead.
Sick.
3. So you end up like hitting the one on the far right and kind of just gash the other 2. They're all looking really fucking rough though at this point in time. Spotlight Oram.
I'm gonna head
Actually, for flair,
Yes.
in this slash, as you have used your blood maledict point, so to speak, give me a little flair.
Sick, dude. Okay.
sick.
So, as Vasco is like preparing to swing a sword, he feels like his blood just kind of like pump. Like they feel like the vascularity like in like his arms. He just feels like his blood like really flush. His eyes kind of open wide, just like an animal before like he attacks like a prey. He starts to really feel it, and he kind of feels his teeth become like a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
He kind of like feels them with his tongue, and like he's like he almost just smells like the blood in the water like a shark would, and he gets hungry, he gets starving, but he feels like that's driving him to want to kill. He just has like this insatiable hunger to kill. So yeah, he swings his sword as brutally as he can.
Because of that, and I want to say the flair, so to speak, of it, I will let you roll a destiny dice, and due to your aquatic nature, whether or not you can do a quick feed.
Oh,
To regain.
Because
Okay.
the blood is floating in the water. It's heavier.
So sharks
baby.
from
Come on, baby.
Just want to get the
Exactly. Kind of. Yeah.
15.
15. So immediately as you slash on into it, you like your eyes kind of dilate, and Oram, you notice this. This is probably maybe the first time that you've noticed this kind of sensation with Felely. His eyes glow for a split second, and Felely, as the kind of slash goes in, you create almost like a vortex that happens. You create your own vacuum of the water itself, and you immediately kind of just taste blood. Your first conscious kill. Regain a blood point. Oram, you had witnessed this. These things are pretty down. Like, they're not feeling too good. You can tell that they're very weak. How are you handling this last of the group?
I don't know if I'm able to multi-attack, but what I would do is I would drag my axe and
You
like,
go ahead and
cut
just
them out.
almost like guillotine.
Guillotine them if I can.
I need you to go ahead and roll. It is 3 of them. I would say it underwater.
But I
To
am
get all 3.
adrenaline.
Okay, you can use your experience.
use my
I
adrenaline
need
again.
Eddie. I need you to go ahead and roll just with disadvantage, just to see if we can get all 3. They're very low, like 1 to 2 HP left. If you hit, you're gonna definitely finish what's left.
20 with hope, and then +2, so 22.
22.
19.
You easily go ahead. Describe this to me as you notice that you just kind of hit your axe down. Tell me about it.
I want. So what happens is that the mark that Hawthorne placed on me, it kind of like my blood like just starts pumping, and like what happens is that it's like this purple, right? So it kind of just like what it does is like pulsates and then like kind of warps around Oram's body, and he gets like really like angry, and what he does is he slams the axe in further and then just
Rakes it across. You just corpse after corpse after corpse, cutting them in half, and you notice that they begin to kind of like scream out and try and grab a hold of you, but just immediately just kind of The gray in their eyes fades to white, and you just see this dismembered bodies floating in the water.
At the end of the last one, like Oram just can't control himself, and he just screams so loud from anger.
Okay. There's almost this bloodlust that is happening between both Felely and Oram at this point in time that I would say, due to both of yours affliction, both scar and newly found transformation, the water surrounding you and what is currently filling up in this area, there's a shockwave between the two of you that creates the water that is normally black in your immediate area turns a crimson red. There's this residual fury, whether it be from the scars that Oram has or the affliction that Felely has. This area, this floor of this dungeon is blood red. Now, I would say Eddie and Hawthorne, you end up continuing to kind of brush up. You immediately hit the stairs and immediately kind of begin to jog up, and the water begins to fill behind you, but you're now above water. You notice that there is like this stream of water just kind of beginning to trickle out. As you begin to kind of swoosh up, it would get to about, like, I would say, ankle level. What are the two of you doing with this crowd of individuals behind you? You notice that around you, in these rudimentary huts, you notice a couple figures kind of like peeking their heads out of these tents that have created their own camp in this area. Gotten back from whatever it may have been. But you have a crowd of 12 people as you begin to dart full force up into this almost ground floor. You notice that things are beginning to leak over, but oddly, the merfolk that you notice don't seem panicked by it. I'll say that you do notice that. Could be because they're amphibian, or could be because they've seen this before. What are the two of you doing, since it seems like the goal that you two have is getting these people out?
I was gonna say, yeah, do we want to get them through the door and back? Do we know roughly how deep we were in the ocean?
You couldn't see the top.
Okay, so probably not.
It's black water.
It is black water.
It is black water.
We
yeah.
could have been at, like, near the top without knowing it, too.
True.
It could be deceiving. The DM could be tricking us.
I don't like that.
I mean, worst case scenario, they just drop. Okay.
Well, they're waterkin too.
Some
A lot of them are.
Yeah.
Or some of them are.
Try.
Some of them are merfolk too.
It's a thought that
Do we
counts.
sense any hostility from the merfolk emerging from these tents?
I need you to roll an instinct roll.
This one, 18 with fear.
18 with fear. I'll take the fear. You know what? Let's play around. I need Eddie. You're gonna roll your hope dice. Oram, you're gonna roll your fear dice.
Well,
Oh!
Split rolls.
Ooh.
Ooh, fear 1.
What'd you get?
I
You got
got
a fear
one
one?
fear.
I got a 1 hope.
Critical
Critical success. Because of this, you completely delete 4 of my fear.
No way.
Badass!
They seem actually afraid of whatever is happening right now.
I bet. After what we did.
They don't know what happened underneath.
I
However,
don't want to know.
the ones that are up top, the ones that are in these tents, they genuinely feel, I would say, Hawthorne, to answer your question, they seemed afraid. And you notice that they peek their heads out, they begin to kind of cower in their own homes, if you will.
Ooh. Does that burn my action?
No.
Okay. was going to say, do we want to try to appeal to their better nature and try to get them to help us get these people out?
I would say it's just simply, I would almost say
They're probably like out of
only
sight,
the
out of
two
mind.
of you can fully decide that.
Yeah.
Because you're the only ones there.
Yeah.
Well, I was going.
So they're not... They seem afraid of us. Do we want
Yeah.
to try to get them to help us get these people out? Because they seem kind of afraid of also what's happening.
The merfolk that we were just fighting? Or?
The merfolk in the temple on the first floor that we first entered through.
They seem afraid of us.
They seem afraid. I wouldn't say.
Of us.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that we can recruit them.
Okay.
We could scare them off maybe and keep them out of our way if we like, but from the last few times we fought merfolk, I don't think they're very willing to help.
With that roll, would Hawthorne have noticed the color of their eyes?
You would have noticed the color of their eyes.
What is the color of their eyes?
The color of their eyes is interestingly enough, interesting that you even thought about that. The irises are a deep blue.
So it seems like gray indicates they're possessed. Blue, unless the blue means the key, and then that means they're also possessed. Ooh, I don't know how to think about that.
I'm about to make an executive decision.
Go for
Shoot
it.
one.
Let's set it down.
Just say if you wish to.
Can I roll to intimidate using my gun?
You absolutely can.
That's a finesse roll for me.
Does he get an advantage since they're already a scourge?
I would say you're not sure. I wouldn't say that you would be able to roll with advantage on that. This would be a straight intimidation roll. You have your... Oh, you don't have some abilities, but...
Yeah, but I have a passive that says a 16 will have my finesse on it, so that's a 19.
A 19? How are you intimidating them? As you are charging up the stairs and you notice them kind of cowering where they are, and you have this group behind you, both you and Hawthorne.
Just blind fire.
It comes around the
All
corner.
right, I need you to roll. Do you have a... I wish we had a D100 right now.
Fuck it.
I'll
start bringing.
Do you have the...
I do.
Okay, percentage dial.
Full percent?
Full percent.
That's a, 19%. Oh, 16%.
16%.
So that's good, right? That means you don't kill him.
I need both Oram and Felely. I need you both to roll a D4. If you roll above a 2, he may have shot some people.
Hell yeah, dude. 4.
Above a 2, so I got a 2.
You got 2? You're fine.
2.
Above it.
No
so
way.
not above a 2. So Eddie, you quickly just begin to kind of with your weapon.
That's so
Kinda
fucking
go
old.
They cower immediately, and you begin kind of jumping through. Now I would say, Hawthorne, you're in front of Eddie at this point in time. You have gone forward. I know that the goal is that you are going towards the exit at this point in time.
Yes, that little
You are
crack.
booking full force. Once you get up to the door itself, and it is begin to kind of gush through the water itself, you take a hold of your breath and jump into the darkness that is in front of you. Eddie, unless there's something.
Could I tie rope around me?
You can.
Okay.
To have rope, you have 50 feet of rope.
I have 50 feet of rope in my inventory. Can I tie it around my waist and kind of leave it behind me, hoping they pick it up?
You can. I'm going to go ahead and roll an instinct roll to see whether or not they, as a group, understand what's happening right now.
Gotcha.
5/5's critical success. They immediately notice. They immediately notice what you're trying to do as you wrap it around, and you kind of just flap your wings real quick to get the water immediately off and jump right into darkness. Eddie, I need you once again to do a contested roll against me.
What?
It's going to be your D20.
Hands off.
Where is Zephyr, if you don't mind me asking? In all of this.
In all this, he is with both Felely and Oram.
He's with us.
Yes.
He stands with you.
What a way to throw a roll. I picked up my D6 and I rolled it, and I was like, I don't see any high numbers on it.
It will be a D20.
Yeah, I did roll D20
Okay.
instead.
You got a 6.
No, I rolled a d6 at first. No, I rolled my d20 and I got a 14.
14. Okay.
I rolled my d6 and got a 6.
All right. Here we go.
It's like, that's a little low.
I'm gonna expand.
Oh,
13.
man.
Okay.
He got a 13. Well, he got a 14.
What are you doing, Hawthorne?
Actually, never mind then. Since I know the conditions of the roll, I will
There you go.
activate my prayer dice as I have my
That's
option.
great.
I would say, Eddie, as you see Hawthorne kind of splash up into the water, wrapping herself around, you see that the others kind of begin to grab a hold of the rope as it begins to swivel through the water, this darkness. You jump in after her. Eddie, you notice as you get on the actual door itself and begin to push off, you touch, there's a crystal on the outside of this door. When you touch this crystal, because of the contested roll, the flames that immediately were surrounding you immediately engulf in a kind of torrent around you. So it begins to kind of, the water manipulates all around you, and you notice that in your neck itself flash up gills and you're able to breathe. And spikes grow out from your spine that don't tear the actual jacket itself, but you feel uncomfortable in the leather duster that is in front of you, and your hat flies off immediately, but instinctually you know to grab a hold of it, and you begin to swim with advantage as you become aquatic.
Let's fucking go.
Holy shit!
You're an airbender,
Oh,
bro.
I'm fucking waterkin now?
I have a question.
Yes.
So, since I have this rope tied to me and we are now swimming, all of them have grabbed the rope. Can I max my stress to use my species trait, or not my species trait?
Yes.
My foundational trait of carrying another creature.
You may absolutely. You will, if you're going to be with Felely's, Eddie's help. You would be pushing forward. Now, while this is happening,
Would you like a bubbly?
Oram
I'm good, thank you.
and Felely
And Zephyr.
and Zephyr.
Yep.
This slaughter just happened, and it is. I kid you not. I would say probably Felely, you see this more clearly just because of being aquatic. It is crimson red all around you. Because of the anger, because of the bloodlust, because of everything, I would say that not only do you get one blood token, you get a second one.
Oh.
As this floor is drenched in something that is probably more animalistic than you could describe in words. You do notice that Zephyr is wide-eyed. It might be because of the blood in the water itself, but what are you doing?
We gotta find that key.
Yeah, the blue key, huh? But you guys are gonna drown.
We still have time to make it to the surface.
I would say that there is probably just this about room left for you to breathe and be able to communicate on this floor.
We could, I mean, if you want to, because you can breathe,
I can go look for the key.
you can go look for that key in the running water. We can be upstairs waiting for you
Sure, yeah.
for recon.
I'm down. Yeah.
All right.
Be careful, brother.
Let's go, Felely. Never dies.
Oh, well, I'm still pulling people out. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know at this point in time. Although I will say, because that all happened, Oram, you notice that the group moved off to the right. Both you and Felely go ahead and just almost do the.
You son of a bitch!
That was good. And almost like a nod and understanding that Felely might be the only one that could survive in this water in this moment. Oram, you dash into the water and begin to kind of climb up.
I'm helping Zephyr too.
Yeah, Zephyr is along. Actually, let's see here. Would Zephyr? You wouldn't be able to breathe.
Do we want to roll a dice and see if he mutates in this?
Let's do it. I'm going to say Hawthorne,
Fuck. Alright, shit.
and Oram. Oram, you will be Hope. Hawthorne, you will be Fear. If Hope happens, Zephyr stays. Now, you will roll your dice after.
Can I use an experience?
You cannot.
Damn
This
it.
is purely chance. I know that what I would do, but I like the idea of leaving it to chance.
What'd you get?
3 on fear.
I got a
Okay.
7.
You got a 7. So Zephyr is with, I would say, Feley.
Oh, he's with Feley? I thought he was supposed to come with me.
No, Hope meant he stayed. With
What the
Feley.
fuck?
No, that's not how it was supposed to be, dude.
That's what happened.
What?
Yes.
Quick question about this vampire thing.
Yeah.
So these 2 tokens I've got, typically the way the card has it set is if I use fangs to feed,
Yeah.
then I mark a stress to get a token. Would I be marking a stress per token on this one too?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you wouldn't?
Yeah. To use it.
No,
Oh.
to gain them. So
Oh,
to
no.
gain a blood point,
No.
typically when I use
You did a quick feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm good. Okay. Just if I use one of my things, then I mark a stress.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
All right. So at this point in time, yes, Oram, you end up kind of going up, and you do notice
I thought it was supposed to be.
it
The
was
opposite.
Hope that he stayed.
So that means that it's good that he stayed.
It could be definitely more in numbers. So Oram, you kind of go
Well,
up.
then I want to stay too. Then.
Well, you can't breathe.
Neither
That
can
was the
Zephyr.
consistent.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Something ain't right. Hold up.
You're still front roll.
It's just getting puffier.
Well, I can
You're far gone at
I'm
this
just
point.
like a balloon.
just
A blow up.
as you're. Well, it'd still be funny. Could you not make an attempt to manifest some type of? Oh no, you're not an alchemist.
If it's a skill, I can't use like a skill.
Well, it's not a skill. It's made of bullshit.
Random bullshit,
I
go!
don't like that.
That's
But,
dagger
like,
hunter, man,
as a front roll, wouldn't you be able to? Because I know there are some fungi that survive in water.
It is true. Yeah, some could.
Could you try to, similar to what I just pulled by
Oh.
accident?
If you
I'm
wish
guessing
to
not
stay,
because
to kind of to give you the option.
I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna abandon my bros.
Hell yeah.
Okay. The epic
Son.
hand
That
thing did
got
work.
me hard.
That being said, I will allow you to do potentially something that Zephyr can do, and that is mutate because of your fungal nature. Now, this will kind of dictate whether you can or not.
Well, I look
If you can
retarded.
successfully mutate, and I'll describe it,
I don't want to look stupid.
it'll be a 11 or higher. Otherwise, if you stayed, you will drown.
Good. I'm just kidding. I'll be fine. I'll be
I'm
fine.
sick of Oram. I want him dead.
He's gonna survive. He always does. He always does.
3.
Like to.
I have
Do
a
I roll
question.
now?
You don't know that you don't need to.
3, 9 plus.
I gave the opportunity
what
just
is
for
that?
a little
I have a
flair.
question.
Yes.
Given he has Life Ward, would that re-trigger?
It would re-trigger his ability to hold his breath.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
We've
So
got time.
You've got a little bit of time cooking.
I'm cooking in the oven, baby.
You staying, knowing that you...
I'm staying. Can't abandon my bros.
Okay. It is something that Oram would do, to be fair.
That is fair.
To be fair.
That is the most Oram thing I've seen.
To be fair. All right, so the three of you end up... you notice in this blood-red floor, so to speak, you know where the water was coming from, and you begin to kind of dart that way. And that was the consensus, just to confirm. You guys are going after...
We're killing that motherfucker.
Yeah, trying to get the key.
Okay. So you kind of swim on up, and as you get into this second floor, so to speak, because it ends up leading up, completely submerged in water at this point in time, you notice that, oddly enough, in this room, there are almost mutated like seaweed. You see seaweed with almost looks like at first you're not entirely sure. I would say, Felely, your vision is a little bit clearer in this area. Like arms, like appendages, like almost like hands are kind of coming out of the seaweed itself. For flair and to change this just slightly, there seems to be bubbles coming out of the actual seaweed itself. In this room itself, you notice that feeling above you is a rotting serpent coiled up, looking down as if the imagery that Hawthorne had painted for you. Its mouth gaping open as water continues to pour out of it. In the water itself, you notice what looks like 10 to 15 pairs of specifically glazed over eyes that seem to shimmer in the darkness in this red sea that you have created. What are the two of you doing?
I'm gonna close the.
It's way up top, just as a heads up.
Going.
Okay.
Swing for it.
Yeah. In order to do that, you notice immediately underwater that there is this. I need you to go ahead and roll finesse for me, basically to kind of dart forward. In this water, being difficult terrain, you'll be rolling with disadvantage. You're not a natural swimmer by any means.
14?
Fortune with hope. You get partially of the way up before mer people begin to come out with tritons and swim and dash towards Oram. This being said, the spotlight is shifted, I would say, to me.
Even though I got hope?
No, even though you got hope,
Damn.
you're rolling with disadvantage, which would have been minus.
Oh, I do get hope, though.
You do get a hope. Okay.
Please don't die.
Now that being said, it is now Felely, Oram, and Zephyr. And Zephyr, I would say both of you had noticed that a mutation happened, and that there are now currently, I would say slits, not so much gills, but slits kind of right at the jugular that is keeping him stationary underwater. But not gills, specifically. Something that might temporarily help him. All right. So, when this happened, three of the merfolk, almost like torpedoes with tritons, kind of dash across as Oram begins to kind of get partially on there. Let's see if they hit.
They can try.
They can certainly try. 14.
Hits.
Hits.
Oh.
First one hits. 2, definitely not. Second one misses. Third one. 17. So the 2 end up hitting. So one hits Oram and he kind of begins to kind of just keep swooshing
going,
up. The other one swooshes over and he just barely misses. When you do, you feel your rib cage pop, just like because the triton being shoved into the side, and you go across, and the other one rams up into your back, causing first hit. $16 damage.
Okay, so naturally, since I'm a guardian, that means that I don't have to worry about, like, doing... Like, I can use this as, like, my class ability. It's not like a skill.
What are you talking about?
As in, I can sacrifice an armor slot.
Oh, that's not a skill. That's not a skill. You
Okay.
can totally do that. Absolutely. So the first does that damage.
The red ones roll really well.
The second hit does 14 damage.
Alright. So, just minor.
Okay. 2 minor damages, taking 2 HP. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and spend a fear.
GM really wants me to die.
No, it's not that.
Just I'm kidding.
At that point in time, the second that ends up going across, I use a fear point. I would notice that Felely, on the left-hand side, deep in the waters, in this kind of almost high vaulted ceiling of a room, kind of almost like dome-shaped, you noticed a blue glow to your left. It is now your spotlight.
Really hope it gets people out.
I'm sure you guys will be fine.
I just don't know how deep we are, man.
How deep are we?
Dude, I just transformed into a merc and we're good.
Brother.
I'm about to drop my entire stress bar on getting these fuckers out.
Thank God, too. Genuinely.
I'm gonna move towards that blue glow.
Okay, you're gonna head towards that blue glow. I would say that you actually get fairly close to it. Just booking over towards, as Oram's almost providing this distraction. And with your amphibian nature, just being able to kind of swiftly swoop on over. I would say that I need you to go ahead and roll a instinct roll for me as you're swimming towards this.
Okay. 16.
16 with
That's hope.
hope. Take the hope. Importante. You notice there is this almost childlike figure, Myrrh in nature. In what looks like almost like a rudimentary, like how to state this. Let me rewind. You notice that this figure, this childlike figure with this giant blue gem, Sapphire, in its forehead,
Kill him.
looking up and praying towards this skeletal-like Leviathan creature pouring down water. Eyes with a 16 glazed over, specifically gray.
Oh.
It's alive?
No, it's dead.
Or
Okay, so the blue ones are.
When I 86 those,
They were white.
Oh, they were white?
yeah.
And then they
gray
became
when they're
gray
possessed.
afterwards, right? After I...
I thought the possessed ones were just gray eyes.
I was gonna say the possessed ones are gray, dead ones are white, blue ones I'm assuming are a neutral party at this moment. Is what my instincts are telling me.
White.
I would say that you get really fairly close at this point in time. Spotlight shifts back over to me. Oh yes.
Wait, no, it's my turn. Isn't it?
You dashed.
Oh. And then you attacked?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, what about
Zephyr, however,
I was gonna say we do have another person.
Yeah, what about my homeboy?
I think he would notice that as Oram's getting stabbed, he'll end up dashing towards that. He's going to go ahead and take out both of his weapons and try and carve into the one right behind Oram. Let's see if he hits. Critical success, 1 and 1. Let's go.
Thank God it was a 1 and a 1 and not a 1 and something else.
Yeah, I was like one, ooh, and the other one spanned for a minute, like for a half second. Okay, so that being said, ends up kind of going in and with one blade slashes the creature from behind. You notice that it kind of rears up, and Oram, you almost kind of feel a shift in pain as the Triton kind of like pushes a little bit forward and pops your second rib on your right hand side, and then with the other blade slashing and using, let's see if I can dismantle. Couldn't. So he goes ahead and tries to go with his other blade to kind of basically break the other Triton that's stuck into you, but unfortunately when he does, it gets stuck in the actual Triton itself, and that ends his turn. Shifting over, the three that are focused on Oram, they're going to go ahead and kind of reassemble and begin to try and strike again.
They can try.
And they shall miss.
They shall miss.
First one missed, so the one that ended up was
Nice.
getting slashed by Oram and kind of tries to pull the weapon out. You feel a shift pain in your back, but you continue to push forward and up. It tries to go ahead and re-strike, and it misses. The second one that had originally hit you whirls back around to try and slash a hold of you, but when it does, you kind of quickly dip underneath and begin to kind of push forward. The third one ends up kind of, the one that initially missed, spins around, goes in almost behind it, slashes behind you, and stabs into your leg, causing 8 points of damage.
8 points, baby.
8 points of damage. I would say at this point in time, Felely, you notice the additional eyes. Let's see if they actually are focused on what Obram's doing or if he still has their attention. Obram, unknowing to you, I need you to roll a presence.
I'm gonna fucking presence this baby up. All eyes on me. 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19.
19 with
Oh, with fear.
fear. Okay.
But still got a 19.
Got a 19. They seem to be completely focused, and you notice that as you get closer to whatever this figure is, you feel the rippling of these other mer people whooshing behind you. Hawthorne and Eddie, at this point in time, you end up beginning to you are in the sea at this point in time, and you're beginning to jut forward. You're exhausting your stress at this point in time. Tell me how you are trying to. Are you going to the surface? I would say that, Eddie, with your vision, you notice shipwreck to your right. You notice to the left, further down, you notice that there is tunnels kind of leading off. Not tunnels, but a cliffside kind of leading deeper into the ocean. And just barely where you came from immediately from the underground passage. What pathway are you two doing? And I would say you can't communicate, but I'll let you charade one another right now. As you begin to kind of dash.
I point up. I point up as well.
Okay, absolutely. Hawthorne, you're pushing your body to the physical limit. Eddie is trying to kind of gather everyone behind you, but everyone is holding on as if their life depended on it.
And they do.
Onto this road.
They really fucking
Yes.
do.
Can I? Oh wait, I'm not on fire anymore, am I?
You're currently not, but you have a
Torpedo.
torrent kind of
Yeah.
whirling around you.
Could I get underneath? Could I get underneath them and push that torrent upwards?
Oh.
It's kind of like a bubble column almost.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that you could. Now, I need the both of you. If you're able to succeed this, you have 4 tries.
Well, okay.
We're going to do basically as if this is your turn in combat, as we fluctuate background into what's happening underneath. So, Hawthorne, I would say, with the stress that you're invoking, will gain you, no matter what, an automatic success on one of them.
Okay.
That kind of counts, I would argue, preemptively.
Yeah.
So, you have 4 tries. You need 3 successes.
Okay. Collectively, we need 3 successes between the two of us.
Correct. Now, in between, once it comes back around, because it'll go Eddie or Hawthorne, and then back to Felely and
Gotcha.
Oram.
Want me to go first?
Um,
Or you want to go first?
I'll go first.
You go first?
Tell me what you're doing.
Right now
Oh, you're doing the...
I'm bubble columning,
Bubble
so
column?
I'm trying to push them all up using the current harvested torrent that I have.
I need you to roll, it'll be a strength roll, as you are pushing yourself with this newfound ability.
Oof. None of my experiences would apply because of this. That's a 17 with fear.
7 with fear.
And I'm gonna
Or, whoops, 18 with fear.
18 with fear. I would say that is still a success nonetheless. So Hawthorne, as you begin to kind of pull and pushing your body to the limit, the electricity shimmering off of your wings itself begins to almost burn some of the clothing away from your back as you're pushing yourself further. And you feel this push, this guiding hand from an unknown force behind you, because you're just focused on going up. But you are almost beginning to torpedo.
Kind
And
of
you
like cuff my wings and like catch the bubbles as they're coming.
There you go, as you kind of go up. Now that was a success. Hawthorne, what are you doing? You have 2 successes. You need technically 1 more because of the preemptive. At least to get past this trial.
Gotcha. Hawthorne is just gonna pour like her entire like energy into this, as she kind of like cups, like as these kind of bubbles kind of get caught in like the like electric netting between her like bone wings. She's just gonna force it back down again and just push as hard as she can.
All right, I need to go ahead and strength roll from you.
Say strength.
You got this. You got this, Hawthorne.
And then I'm gonna burn a hope, and could I use Beacon of Hope in this situation?
You could. It would be, yeah.
So 3. The 12 in total.
12 in total. Okay. Success.
Yes.
Pushing through. You pass your first trial. You begin to feel this brush kind of going up past you. You feel this electricity, this burning sensation on your back as you begin almost like a torpedo, and you feel almost like the friction that you have on your face at this point in time is almost like you're brushing yourself against sandpaper as you begin to kind of tore it up. It is now Feley's turn at this point in time, and we'll go back to your second trial. Fantastic job. Feley, what are we doing as you notice that these bird people begin kind of coming out of the shadows, going towards this distraction that Oram is creating?
This child thing, it's like a living creature, right?
It seems to be like a living creature. As upon examination, as you've gotten closer, you see this child with almost gold, Aztec in nature, on its face, and it's looking up with gray eyes, staring in awe, and as if it is completely mesmerized at this moment in time, staring up, wearing these kind of almost rudimentary kind of, I don't want to say rags, but nicer clothing that's seen better days.
Tunic or something?
More like robes, almost priest-like. As it looks up and it has these golden tattoos surrounding its eyes as it raises its hands up, and you notice gold tattoos specifically in almost like an Aztecian look. It looks very, very Aztecian, like that kind of blocks of gold where it wraps itself around as it reaches up as if it wants to touch God itself.
And blue stone in the dome, right?
Blue stone.
Yeah, he's like devil with a dope, is that baby?
Alright. I'm just gonna. Am I close enough to attack?
You're I would say within close range at this point in time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
Okay, I need you to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does he get advantage on, because this thing is just mesmerized, he's not focused on...
I would say no.
Oh.
He would not.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna mark a stress. Use a fucking blood token.
Let's go.
Let's see.
Music is hype right now.
Yeah,
This is perfect.
Dude,
All right.
I feel like I'm hunting right now.
Kinda. It has a Monster Hunter feel, doesn't it?
Yeah. This is
10
what Guardian
fear.
Rapala should have sounded like.
I agree. What was it?
10 fear.
10 fear. You hit.
Yes.
Kick the
God bless
baby.
America.
I need you to go ahead and roll damage, and because you're using a blood token, I need you to go ahead and give that ferocity, that comes with it.
Can I also stack my tongue attack with
You
this?
can, absolutely.
Okay, I'm marking
Add a
the
little
stress.
flavor.
Use that. Alright, so I'll attack for this. This is a sword damage first, and then I'll add mine.
Yeah.
So 18 plus 7. 25 for the sword. And then
You're gonna attack twice, right?
I'm using my tongue.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's technically one hit with it. It's kind of like the Fawn
I
kick.
was gonna say it's like the Hawthorne kick.
Yeah.
And then 6 with the tongue.
So, describe to me how with this
It's a good time.
bloodlust. It's a very good time.
Lots of tongue. Yeah.
I guess the job.
Is this a kill or no?
I would say
Or
that
just highly damaged? Because it kind of depends how I'm going to describe it, I guess.
I would love to. What do you imagine in your brain?
Depends if it's a kill or not.
What do you imagine in your brain?
So, I guess what Vascophili's intentions were. With his tongue, it was kind of like wrap around the head, almost to like grab it, almost like a smack grab.
Yeah.
Which would be like the damage, like a concussive grab. And as it's like hooking onto his head, he was gonna like half sword his blade and try and decapitate him with the sword, while it's still like retaining his head, because that's where the gem is.
Okay.
So he's trying to cut his head off while retaining his head with the tongue, essentially. That's what his intentions were.
Intentions work.
You tell me what happens.
So what ends up happening? You wrap it around his neck and you bring out your blade and you do just that.
Yo!
Slash the head.
You son of a bitch!
Let me get one.
You slash the head entirely off and it spins, and for a brief moment you see the gray fade to almost like a deep purple as it stares at you suspended in water at this point in time. And you went to go grab the head, did you say?
With the tongue, yeah.
With the tongue? So you wrap the tongue around and you kind of chipmunk it into your mouth.
Trying to snack on it too much. Alright.
That being said, Oram, it is your spotlight.
I've been saving this
Oh,
since now. I
Till
didn't want to
now.
reveal this experience, but
Okay.
I'll kinda. I mean, I did a little bit, but it's called rage or anger.
Okay.
So Oram is just done with everything. He's fed up with getting like attacked.
Yeah.
He wants to make a difference.
Yeah.
He's ready to make a difference.
Okay.
So he's literally so angry right now that he's just like, fuck everybody. I'm making my way to that serpent and I'm closing that fucking mouth.
Okay. All right. You begin to you feel the spear just kind
Fuck the
of
spears,
rip
dude.
out of you.
Fuck the spears, bro.
I would say at this point in time, you just kind of burst forward and you begin to swish up and you reach the mouth. What are you doing?
So, before that happens, I want that thing that Hawthorne put on me to explode around my body.
Okay.
And as I'm doing it,
You're gonna go ahead and just grab both jaw and just. I need you to go ahead and do a strength roll for me. I would say because of the sigil on Hawthorne's back, you hear the sound of a thunder crack behind you. I need you to roll with
you
advantage.
son of a bitch.
Hawthorne, I need you to roll the
Yeah, you have to do the honors.
the the advantage die.
16, 17, 18, 19.
20.
Break a hold of it, and you notice that immediately when you grab it, it begins to kind of try and pour out more, but you grip a hold of the jaw itself and just crush the skull and warp it into itself as that happens. And I would say, Oram, the feeling of electricity just bursting from behind you, and you let out this almost primal yell, and you let out the rest of your air. I need you to go ahead and get rid of you max stress.
I'm fine with that.
Lightning bursts from behind you and just completely fries all of the mer people behind you. as you close a hold of this gas, and you drift with no air in your lungs at this point in time. It is now Eddie and Hawthorne. As you kind of got your first trial, you have 2 chances to go ahead and make this go and to be able to bring 12 people to the surface. You need to do something other than what you already did.
Okay.
Shall you go first?
You're pushing upwards. I've pushed all of you upwards. I think now... Do I still have that torrent on me?
Oh yeah. That's a part of your chemistry at this point.
I try to push myself upwards because I assume that I'm more adept at swimming than the rest of the entire 13 people included in that chain. And I grab onto the lead and try helping.
We dab up in the water.
Yeah.
Just keep pulling me up.
And I start
The
pulling
episode
you
of
up.
Dab.
That's what this episode should be called. You son of a bitch.
Okay, I need you to go ahead with that, being able to kind of almost burst yourself up to kind of catch up to Hawthorne. I need you to go ahead and, I would say, another strength roll as you begin to torpedo your way around the group that Hawthorne is. I would say Hawthorne, at this point in time, to add a little bit of flair, you begin feeling the rawness of this salt getting into just how raw your skin is becoming as you're propelling yourself at
Maximum speed.
exactly. What do we get?
Oh, that's why. I have a -1. 13.
13. I would say that you get about halfway there. That is a failure. Hawthorne, how are you bringing this home? You notice that the weight kind of distributes and begins to kind of hang over to the left-hand side, but you are still focused on pushing forward. How are you going to counteract this weight distribution?
Hold hands.
Hawthorne just pours into like her chest itself. Can I optionally mark stress or HP at this point to continue using my Wings of Light?
Coincidentally, you absolutely may, because at this point in time, I would say everyone is drowning.
Gotcha.
We're going to go ahead and dictate how much all 12 people take HP.
Okay.
Because, admittedly, the one failure.
Definitely.
Okay? So, Eddie, as you kind of begin to try and torpedo up, actually, I lied. You do not have affect this, and 4 of the people that are Merfolk don't feel this. I would say are water king.
So the 9 of us, other than the Merfolks,
Correct.
are affected.
So
by
we'll
this,
start
including
with
myself.
Hawthorne. Hawthorne, you're going to be taking.
I'll take it all. 4.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. Person behind you. 4. Unconscious.
Unconscious. Okay, but
They
still
have 4
kicking.
HP. So that's 1 of 9.
Oh, one's down.
1's down.
But they're attached.
Dude.
2.
4.
4.
They're not dead, but they're down.
I need to get them to the surface, otherwise they will be dead.
Yes, 100%.
All right.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
That's a 4-back.
Uh-oh. At this point in time, you both, due to the weight, will be rolling with disadvantage, even with your
No,
natural.
no. You guys got this.
You got
I
this.
got
You got
this.
this.
Hey,
Here we
don't
go.
sweat. Don't sweat.
I don't want to roll this anymore.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
No,
you have to.
I must.
Liar's dice.
Their weight is on my shoulders.
I hate you, dude.
Oh no. Okay, that's
4 of the 8
You're
bucks
staying
that
on the
I'm dragging.
Dutchman.
there you go.
My soul belongs to
Your
Ramso
soul
only.
belongs-
Oh!
6, 4.
Use this one.
4.
No. You use this one.
I can't. I have to keep using
Why?
the same because
Because you want us to fail. That's
no.
why.
I think
In terms of
No.
percentage-ly, it shouldn't do
It's
it.
so nuts, yeah. I love it.
That's nuts.
Okay, so 5 of the 8 people I'm dragging behind me are just dead weight at this point.
You begin to feel like like this back, and you start feeling the cold kind of seeping in as the adrenaline is wearing off. Are you? 6 floors! Oh my god! How is that possible?
Oh god.
I'm
staying on it. Well, these people might be.
Wait a minute. Don't you have something that will counteract this bullshit?
Cut the rope. I do have healing.
Hawthorne would never cut the rope.
Hawthorne will never cut the rope.
You'll never leave the innocent behind.
You will never. You go in there.
Fuck. Okay.
Don't fucking do this, Sean.
Okay.
Thank you. Fucking
Okay.
shit.
On death's door.
Have that person help us.
So we have 7.
7.
That's the 7th is still pushing.
Yep.
Let's see how the 8th is doing.
You fucking piece of shit. At this point, what do you expect?
All right.
This dice is
that
loaded.
all?
That is all of the ones that are not merfolk on the rope.
You notice that as Eddie begins to kind of swim around, Eddie, you begin to pull, but when you push up, and this is why you couldn't quite burst forward, you notice these limp bodies just kind of dangling there.
Remember, they're not dead.
Not dead, but I would say, what were you planning on doing?
Just calling out to Ramza with all
Bro.
of my heart, feeling the thunder beating through
You
my
got
chest.
it.
All right.
Just trying to just grasp onto one
You
more
got
second.
All right.
Brother.
This case, I would say both Eddie and Hawthorne. I need you both to roll your d20. This is going to be your destiny dice. If you both, and I want you to roll at the same time. If you both get an even number,
Oh, dude.
Evens and odds.
evens and odds, it will be a positive outcome.
Hope fails negative.
You're like,
Dark Souls, baby.
Alright.
I would almost say because of the whirling, I would rather you roll an actual physical dice.
I got you, fam.
With dice.
Yeah, take my fear 20.
Alright.
Here we go. Here we go.
Cheers.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Cheers. 3, 2, 1. That's a
20!
17!
Hey, that's a neutral outcome.
It's a neutral outcome. Let me explain what happened. Now,
we did not come this way just to get fucked.
I would say, as Eddie begins to swing over and he notices this dead weight.
Can I ask one thing?
Yes.
Can I expend my final prayer dice to add 3 to Eddie's roll, making it a 20?
You absolutely can.
Son of a bitch!
Let's fucking go!
So, as you begin to kind of door forward, I would say, Eddie, as you push on over to the left-hand side, and you begin to kind of try and catch up to Hawthorne, but you get yanked down below, and you look down to your right, and you notice that these people are beginning to just kind of one after the other lose their breath. You find within you, just try and get up, and you notice Hawthorne as she begins to and begin to kind of like have this almost bubble begin to go behind her. You hear something from underneath you. As you skyrocket up, you hear the sound of, what can I say? The sound of a tempest. At first you feel this shockwave behind you, and you look and you hear the sound of thunder coming from underneath in the temple. And when it happens, you notice immediately, even in this dark sea, you notice that immediately it ignites with light, and you notice colors from the stained glass from underneath. Whatever happened under this temple, unbeknownst to you, you see a glow of just light coming from the actual temple itself. And the stained glass, these purples, these reds, these greens, these whites, these yellows, kind of just emit around you. 2 natural, not technically natural, but 20s with the help of a god.
Let us pray.
This electrified light kind of comes out of the actual temple itself. And Hawthorne, as you are pushing forward, and you begin to kind of move your arms, move your wings up, and you reach up, and when you almost feel like you're out of breath, you feel the electrified touch of a massive arm, tattoos that are electrifying all throughout, and you grab a hold of it. And when that happens, there's a burst of electricity that shatters the sea, and you can see once again clear blue waters.
What the fuck?
Shit.
The water itself, you feel the sensation of burning electricity, almost burning away corruption, burning away darkness, as you grab a hold of this arm and you get lifted into the air, and you feel for the first time weightless. And you reach up into the sky, and the sea itself begins to clear into blue waters as you. And Eddie, from behind, you see from underneath a figure wrapped in electricity holding Hawthorne as she grips a hold and her wings burst out with a charge. You feel in your core that darkness remove itself.
You son of a bitch!
Hawthorne, as you have reached the sky and being held up into the heavens, your wings, though be skeletal, begin growing feathers in between. And I want you both to remove your scar.
Yo! Let's go!
With a double natural 20, you have succeeded.
Good fucking job, dude.
And you have purged the Crawling King's essence from the southwestern portion of the ocean.
No way!
Are you kidding me?
Dude!
Now, I would say this is also in combination with what had happened with sealing Leviathan's mouth.
Oh, shit. Okay.
There's a few equations that happened, and removing the gem from the actual whatever that is.
Whatever that little fuck was.
It was a combination of all 4 things.
Son of a
Phasmophobia has killed many children.
Hey, editor, cut that out.
no.
He's an Israeli, dude. He kills kids, you know?
That being said,
Cracking the door a little bit.
yeah, it's a little warm.
I'm
We
so
got a little
hot right now, and I'm not talking about steamy.
I'm with you on that.
I would say as you burst out and you are grasping a hold of this individual, you notice as Ramza is staring at you from the heavens. You notice an immediate spark of electricity from his left eye.
Yo.
That blue electricity. And interestingly enough, you see almost a flash of his face being humanoid, and his other face shrouded in silver metal, like a helmet. But you splash up into the air, and you all hit the ground, hit the water, and you land in the shipwreck graveyard. All of you.
Not dead.
That being said,
Yours
Felely, you noticed that as you had gumballed this, You notice that immediately the Merfolk just kind of drop their weapons. They see like the few that were still remaining that didn't charge after Oram to get electrified. You notice that they drop their weapons and they seem to be completely confused at what's happening right now. Oram, you hit the ground. You're fully stressed out, but you are still alive. The water begins, I would say, hit the water. The water begins to drain.
That was just as a guess, by the way.
Good shit. That was good
I
instinct.
was gonna say good shit.
Yeah,
Good-
good
we
instinct.
did good.
Yeah.
We all did
You guys
good.
did great.
Holy shit. I'm so fucking hard right now.
So Felely, you have the texture in your mouth. It is kind of like briny for certain. That is kind of going into your mouth right now. It is definitely like it can definitely fit in your pocket, if you will.
It's so funny.
But you are now currently, I would say, not in combat, and this is where you're at. You notice Oram you can see almost like his body seems like singed because of just the burst that came out of his back. I would say you can move, but you are
I'm
utterly exhausted.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Can I expend all hope for the sake of story?
For sake of
As well?
story,
Yeah, all hope, and that was like my final thing of hope. My final thing of hope and like stress. Like I literally just gave it all.
you may absolutely, if you wanted to do that.
Okay.
I will allow that as a. I'll give you an inspiration.
Thank you, Sean.
But the two of you, as this water begins to kind of drain, and you have that in your mouth, I would say that Felely, as this is in your mouth, and maybe because of your vampiric nature, I want you to roll your hope and fear dice for me. Flat roll.
I got this, Felely.
Nice. 21?
21 with
Hope.
with hope. Take the hope. As you have it in your mouth, an unbeknownst trait that as you're beginning to learn about yourself changing. You're not entirely sure what's happening. However, with hope, specifically, you get memories of the deceased.
Oh shit. Okay.
So, as this blood is kind of going down your throat and kind of just tickling the back end of your cerebral cortex, you imagine for a moment this child is running around in this city of gold, just shining bright in this giant flame in the air that is lighting up the sky. Everything has a warm touch, everything has a warm glow. The child is running around playing, talking to others. Everyone seems to have these kind of tattoos engraved into them. It's the same texture, it's the same material as everything that it's made of. It is just beautifully gold. The flame in the sky eventually, almost like a time lapse, drifts off into the west, and then in the east, oddly, a moon rises up, or this giant silver orb for Felely's brain, and it is dark. For some reason, you feel comfortable in this space, whether it be the child, whether it be your own instincts being underground for your whole life, essentially. The darkness feels comfortable. But there's this sensation within yourself of that giant red orb in the sky is putting a primordial fear in you. Is this the child's feelings? Is this your feelings? You're not sure. The child eventually goes down on both knees and looks up as if that moment, that last moment you had looking down at the child, as she raises her hands up to the moon, or this giant silver orb. She reaches out, and you hear the sound of a dragon's roar, and you look up to the right-hand side and you see this giant serpent, not akin to the stone the stained glass that Hawthorne pointed out, going across, slithering like a snake into the sky itself, and it reaching up and letting out a giant dragon roar, and it began to rain. The child filled up her hand with water and began to drink from it. And you see these almost purplescent eyes, and her head is completely shaved, looking up in joy and in glee. Eventually, the dragon itself, as it begins to let out this cry and rain coming down, you notice all around the child, life beginning to grow. You see all of a sudden weeds, grass, trees, everything kind of surrounding this golden city from the center point of this child. You can see purple tears akin to her own eyes drip in joy and happiness. And then eventually you see a woman, red hair, combed back, white eyes, holding the child lovingly and beginning to choke the child as she looks up at the serpent. You notice that her eyes go from tears of happiness to tears of fear as she begins to lose breath as this woman is choking this child looking up. And you hear the sounds of nothing other than the whimpering of not being able to breathe. And you notice a skeletal hand reaching out from an unbeyond horizon, grabbing a hold of this serpent dragon and breaking it into several pieces and twisting it and contorting it. And the rain that it was at once spraying out like a fountain begins to spray out of blood. And those are the last moments, because you rolled with hope, that you got to see.
Yeah. This red-haired woman, it's bad news.
Yeah.
Whoever the fuck she is, dude.
Bitches.
So, you see that. You see Oram float on down. You see the merfolk kind of readjust themselves. What are the two of you doing?
I guess what Felely just saw, he's kind of torn between like the remorse of like seeing that child's last, moments, but also still feeling that bloodlust he has to kill.
Yeah.
Can I roll to bite down on the head and try and crack it like a seed to try and get the
Yeah,
out
absolutely.
of his head?
You absolutely can. I need
It's
you
kind
to
of
go
like,
ahead.
I feel bad.
You can use, if you'd like, you use your last bloodlust token to help you.
Sure.
You'll roll with advantage. It'll be a strength check.
Strength check. I like it.
Can I counteract that with a...
You would have no idea this. You used all your.
I'm just
all
saying.
your stress.
I did. I was just saying,
Yeah.
16.
to try to counteract to where it's the good and bad. Like he's struggling to.
You are.
No, you're
basically
not me. I'm just saying. Yeah. Sorry.
23.
Ooh, he
With-
fucking snapped
with
that
fear?
bitch in half.
Yeah, you pop that like a freaking gusher in your mouth, and you get there's odd texture.
Uh-oh.
Interestingly enough, when you fully bite down, even though you had that moment of almost clarity, when you bite into it, it seems softer than it should be, and just instinctually you're not entirely sure why that is. And the distinguishing taste of decay, it rots your mouth. But like a zit, that thing kind of just pops on off, and it's in the same shape, same design as the one previously in the Forest Temple.
It's like spit it out. And I hold it up so Oram can see it.
See, Oram's just kind of drifting.
Yeah, I was like, am I alive or no?
Yeah, you're alive. You're just
You're spent.
you're spent.
Actually, I have a good amount of HP, so
Oram kind of
Technically
like,
speaking, Life Ward is still active.
I was not going to die. I had 2 health potions. I would fucking chug that shit if I had to. I was not going to die. Just so you know.
I see.
So you feel that moment. You get the two of you. You see Felely like holding it up in cheer, and when that happens, you see some of the Merfolk just kind of almost back away in fear, and a lot of them just actually, I would say all of them kind of this whole moment they cower and run away. They immediately see this.
Can we
happen.
check their eyes?
I would say do a quick instinct roll.
It's raining.
Is it really
Oops.
raining?
Yeah.
it's raining. And
Oh, and that critical.
Oh,
There you go.
Sorry, I rolled
Because of the
these
Serpent.
two,
It's
Yeah.
because of
and I was like,
the
okay, and I rolled.
The other one.
Duh.
No, I knew what you did. I saw it. So yeah, you can take a hope, remove a stress because of the critical success. I would say that you do take a look around.
No, I look at them.
Yeah,
I want to look at their eyes.
Correct. You do see that they are blue,
Okay,
which you don't know anything about that with Hawthorne.
but I noticed
But you
when
do
I did
notice.
the fucking thing,
I would say that you did notice.
I hold out my hand.
They're gone. They fucking.
They said, "Peace out."
Yeah, they
fuck
saw
you."
this all happen.
They said, "You know what?
Popped a child's head.
Fucking."
Because say
Fucking-
you just like disintegrate.
Okay, so we know that they were
rotting
controlled,
head.
Yes. Well, I would
or
say
something
that you
happened
saw
with
that.
their eyes.
Yeah.
Heard that. Okay, let's
Not to
loot
meta.
this bitch. Let's loot this bitch.
So yeah, we do have a couple.
Can I use that critical success to like
I'd say
scrummage
that'd be an
around?
instinct roll. So, I would.
Because there's 2 other offices we never fully checked.
that's-
Well, I was just gonna check the room that we're at.
Are you? Did you want to give him hope or anything like that to help him out?
Yeah,
or-
please hope.
Okay. In that case,
Okay.
Felely, I'll have you roll a d6.
Question to GM: how do we know if our weapons upgraded or become like we passed the test?
You technically don't entirely know in this moment.
Okay.
Add 2 to whatever you get.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Instinct, 13.
12, and it was with fear.
With fear, heard.
Okay. Taking a look around, the only thing that the two of you really are able to find in this particular room, with a 12, I would say that you do find on the child's neck, there is a symbol. The symbol itself is almost a dragon-like figure that's thin in nature,
Okay.
curling up over itself.
Are you talking about the one that is above us?
The child.
But like the dragon
It looks
figure?
like the dragon-like
Okay.
figure above you. Curled up above itself, kind of almost like leaning over, like a candy cane, if you will. Fins kind of going everywhere. And there is distinctly a crystal almost breathing what looks like fire, but it's a blue crystal enveloping itself. You're not entirely sure what that means. It's a necklace.
I'll grab that. If that's okay.
Yeah, the body's
Is that
just
okay?
kind of like on
Is
its
that okay?
Well, the
side.
head's gone. So
Yeah, I have the key.
Yeah, I mean the two of you ended up kind of. That's
I mean,
what the two of you found.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vasco Felely doesn't wear jewelry.
We're like our penises. Like this is yours. This is mine. We're like this.
Well, mine's a little bit smaller.
Okay.
He's a
Well,
frog.
I'll
Yeah.
slap.
Are we docking?
Dude, we're like, all of us. We're all gonna fucking.
TP.
We're
Totally
touching.
in sync.
Okay, so what's the color of the necklace?
So there is like almost like a blue crystal, almost
Blue crystal,
breathing
so like
flame on
sapphire.
top of it. But the dragon itself is gold.
Okay, dragon. Okay, blue crystal necklace. I'll just say.
Eddie and Hawthorne,
Sorry.
you are in this almost sea, so to speak, of wrecked ships. You can almost see. You can actually. I shouldn't say almost see. You can see out in the distance, a ways away, the town itself, Sirens Bell. But you are far coastline at this point in time. What are the two of you doing with 12 refugees?
12 refugees with 8 of them unconscious.
Correct.
I do have healing hands, but this is a singular person. Can I identify the strongest of these unconscious folk?
Now hold on. A combo doesn't have to be an attack, does it? If HP's
It doesn't
going
have to
in
be an
reverse.
attack. No.
You could try and funnel it through me, and I could whirlwind with it
Yo, let's go.
I see the vision.
and create almost like a healing flame.
You guys have a combo thing still, right?
Speaking of,
I don't, but
I have 3 hope.
Well, to be fair, you're out of the temple.
I'm not in the temple anymore.
you're not in the temple anymore.
Can I use abilities?
You can.
And the shotgun's still going to be there.
Shotgun's still there.
I guess it's a good shot. You would have to display.
I
Out
think
of
you would
character,
be
you
technically
would have to display it to
hurting
me.
them with a bullet.
Well,
Nah, it's a healing bullet. It's gold.
Let's go. I would say if Eddie were to contract something with someone that knows alchemy, to be able to make gunpowder into some kind of healing herb powder,
oh yeah, because I'm still not.
you could probably play around with that idea. But, I mean, where you're at, definitely not something that you could do, but that's an idea.
Wait. What do you got in your inventory?
I do have I have 1 health pot and 1 vitality potion, which is just temporary HP.
When is it supposed to rain? I did not see that.
Yeah, no,
It
honestly,
wasn't
that was
supposed
a,
to.
that
It's
was a
the serpent.
surprise.
It
It's
might be
serpent.
the serpent.
Yeah.
It's the serpent indeed. We killed the serpent,
And it's raining now. Yeah.
and it's raining now.
Bullets.
Eerie time.
You have a healing pot,
I do.
and you can use that ability. You hand me that healing pot and use that ability. We dump it in the water. I'm still torrented. Am I not?
Actually, let's do a contested roll.
If I'm not torrented, I have a different idea. But
Okay,
if I am torrented, this would be a lot cooler.
fair enough. Let's see here. If your die is higher than mine, it'll kind of dictate that.
7.
15. So as you submerge out of the water and you kind of hit the ground, you notice immediately as you kind of begin to cough up a little bit of the water that's there, and you get close to Hawthorne and you don't quite give out of your strength, but you grab a hold of her shoulder to kind of almost keep yourself up, and there's a spark that kind of happens from her back that reignites the kind of flame and just engulfs you back to where you were.
Hell yeah.
So you begin to kind of just light up.
Hawthorne looks over his shoulder and goes, "Seems like you're back to normal, Mr. Man."
Mr. Man.
Mr. Man.
A lot of times when people are drowning, they are cold. If I can emit a healing flame using a health pot and possibly your healing ability at the same time, and emit a whirlwind, I could at least reawaken the unconscious folks.
I would allow it if I need one of you to roll hope, one of you to roll fear.
Okay, I will roll.
I'll I would say that in this instance,
I was gonna say.
Eddie, you will be hope and
Okay.
Hawthorne will be fear.
Gotcha.
I was like, I was doing pretty good on my rolls.
I was gonna say because I can also I can heal technically 8 people in total is my argument. I'm gonna say because I can do 2 people with healing hands and then 6 people with my health pot.
Oh, that's bad.
Technically
Oh,
speaking.
you could do that. Too.
That's
Or you can use less resources if you want to try this.
True. Do you want to use
it would just be 3 hope from you
which
or
I do
me,
have?
and you would just character-wise, you would have to propose the idea because Eddie would not come to this conclusion himself.
I think Hawthorne kind of looks around at, as we're kind of like standing on this semi-stable ground, she kind of looks around and sees, there's a handful of merfolk that have remained conscious. And she kind of looks over at Eddie and she goes, I think... And she kind of can see the spark that like ignited him almost. And she's going to like kind of pull at that thread and try to like imbue her magic through that thread into Eddie for a brief moment.
Okay.
She's got this.
All right. So, Hawthorne, you roll fear. Eddie, you'll roll hope.
You guys got this. Come on.
If you roll a 12, I will kill you.
Can't put that out there.
Yeah, because Shanla rolled like 5.
It's almost a 12! Oh, that is a 9.
That's an 11.
11. Because hope was higher, you succeed.
Hey.
You end up using your hope.
I do mark a stress for that, so I do take an additional point of HP. And I do
I
use the health pot on that as well.
have to mark... Oh, I have great. Never mind. I haven't marked a stress all session, so I don't mark a stress right now. But normally I would.
So describe this to me as the bodies that are there.
So Hawthorne kind of pulls at this thread and, like, almost in, like, the storm clouds above them that have kind of, like, settled above them kind of, like, start flashing a little bit as she's pulling at this, and it's almost illuminating this golden thread that she's beginning to, like, straighten out from a lightning bolt into this golden thread. And she, like, pulls the liquid out, or she pulls the health potion out and dribbles it along this thread, and then begins to, like, twist it into herself. And then she places it into Eddie's back. And then she described the rest.
As Eddie feels the sensation, it's almost completely foreign to him. And he leans into it. It feels good. Really good. And as he leans into it, he realizes all of this energy is too much. It starts becoming overstimulating. And like he does with most overstimulating sensations, he tries to expend his flame as hard as he can to increase his heat, but in this moment, it's not what that does. Instead, it explodes out of him in almost a form of life energy imbued with his own flame.
Excellent. Now I'm going to go ahead and roll this accursed dice.
Oh, no.
Horrible.
Yeah, you mean 8
And this will be basically how much everyone heals for.
That's the Davy Jones case.
It is the Davy Jones
This is
dice.
the Davy Jones dice. 3.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been hilarious. It was 4.
It was 4.
When this happens, this heat, this kind of glowing, this almost holy-like warmth kind of emits, as if the two of you, for a brief moment, become your own beacon that once protected the cities down below. Emits this glow of warmth, protection, and it kind of glows and glistens over everyone. The ones that were unconscious, all of a sudden, kind of come back to life. You even see a few of them, some of their limbs healing. Ones that were lost a couple of their fingers or lost their eyesight, and being able to heal that.
You guys went above and beyond, brother.
There's still some. There's obviously residual scars, but some of them regain some of their functionalities that they were stripped of forcibly. But you kind of gather yourselves on this ship dock, this kind of ruined ship that is all around you. And you hear off into the distance the sound of the bell from the town. And you do notice a ship out in the distance coming your way, and you hear commotion out there. You can barely hear the sound of the water's clear. And back down below, I would say Oram and Felely, you gather yourselves, you found this gem, and Oram, you're holding it. What are the two of you doing while you're down? There's still like the residual sound of dripping, kind of just from condensation from the top of the ceiling. Yes.
Can I look up at the statue
You smashed?
Yes. I just
Absolutely.
want to look at it one more time before we leave.
Are you guys leaving?
If you're not,
I mean, we can leave the room. We can.
You do have those other 2 offices that are still yet unexplored.
we can check the offices if you want.
Yeah. Afterwards. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay. You kind of begin to kind of traverse down.
I just want to look at the
steps.
statue one more time.
And you do look up at the statue that its face is completely like, kind of crushed in.
Yeah, of course.
And you notice that there is just kind of dripping, kind of going up onto it. You notice that this... Actually, Zephyr is going to go ahead and bring out his booklet.
Oh fuck yeah,
That's
Zephyr's
fucking
still here.
Yeah, he's
He
amongst the
helped me.
commotion.
He helped us.
Yeah.
Okay. So you notice that Zephyr is kind of doing a quick documentation
Oh.
of...
Can I give him hope? I have a hope.
How would you give him? Well, you were up in its face.
I was up in its face.
Describe to Zephyr what you envisioned. Like, what did this thing look
Serpent. The mouth is like very like sharp pointed.
Yeah.
Red eyes.
like? It had red eyes.
It had red eyes. Whether or not they were like just 2 rubies or not, I don't know. But they were red eyes.
Did it feel like bone?
No. It did not feel like bone. I mean, obviously there is bone, but like the skin was there. And I point up to it.
Based on his roll, he only got an 8 with hope. It looks almost like...
Nope. Hold on.
Oh, that's true.
I got a 5.
13.
13.
Okay, that does change something. This looks like a wyvernkin. So not a dragon.
Okay, Reverend Kin.
But based on the red eyes, which is usually a characteristic of wyverns, and the body size, it's not a dragon.
Orbon.
Because of the bones, I'm assuming it's corpse. The scales on it are blue.
They are blue.
Possibly from the
Well, to be fair,
water plane.
I wouldn't know because of the water. About the like
Scale color.
scale color.
Well, I mean, you can look up.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't know how far it is.
You can see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can see it. From
Okay, cool.
He begins to etch into that. Interesting.
So it's not
It's a wyvern.
it's not what we think it is. I have to do the Australian accent now because I'm actually talking.
What did you think it was?
Oh my gosh. Who is the Ravenkin? Or, oh my god, what is his name? God, that's fucking here. Oh, wings.
Jesus. Exactly like Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
Jesus.
No, it's the guy. It's the guy with the wings. The wyvern, or the windkin.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Hawthorne's buddies with him.
Torrent?
Torrent.
Torrent. Yeah.
Torrent mentioned that.
You mentioned what?
Leviathan.
Oh.
It's not the Waterkin's god.
No, this is far smaller than any dragon.
How big is
Definitely a wyvern.
it? Well, how big is it?
I mean, this thing is definitely
None.
around 60 feet long.
60 feet, but how big is Leviathan?
No
if
one's seen it in history.
no one has it? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was recorded in records.
Not that I know of.
You remember Hawthorne's remarks in the cathedral reporting it, according to myth, being big enough to swallow the world 2 times over.
Big enough to swallow the world
Yeah,
2
this
times
thing's
over.
Maybe a spawn of it, though.
It seems like some world
Child.
shit.
A
Like,
child of the possible water king's god.
Could be. But based on the red eyes, definitely a wyvern. So not a dragon or a dragon. That caliber of a dragon.
Damn.
However, the jaw, it's weak. If we come across a dragon, aim for it.
What would you call it then? What would you call the
Wyvern.
It's a wyvern, like any specific thing? Because like Oram's like interested in it because he's interested in becoming a Slayer. So he's like actually asking all these questions and stuff. So he's like, well, what is it like? What would you call it, kind of thing? Like, what would you actually call it? Because it's a wyvern, but like what class?
If that was actually glands.
Okay.
So if the glands were actually producing the water, then some sort of, some sort of aqua dragon of some sort, but it's a wyvern, so.
Aqua wyvern, like.
But I don't know if it even had those glands being down here.
And based on his roll, he can't be
He
certain.
can't be certain. Heard that.
So the 2 of you end up exiting. To expedite some of this, I will allow the 2 of you to go ahead and I want you both to roll 1 hope, 1 fear.
What do you want to do?
And this will be a
Do you choose hope or do you choose fear?
what you find in the other room.
I really like this
3 fear.
mechanic. I'm stealing.
4 hope?
For hope.
Me
So
too.
between the 2 of you, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh, I see.
you aren't able to find anything in the other room.
I
Okay.
still have that leather.
I do
duster
like
go
that.
check out.
I do like that thing. I just wasn't sure if it was like, oh, if hope beats fear, then we get like the whole.
Probably
No,
depends on
just-
the roll type. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the roll type.
Heard that. Okay.
So
That is good though.
the
I
2
do
of you
like
can't really find anything. You end up going to different rooms. There's one that just is rat infested, and you couldn't really find anything in any of the nest that was there. The other was actually a room full of limbs, and Felely, you get almost a drunken sensation when you enter this room. But oddly enough, a flashback kind of reminds you of the time when you were hanging upside down in the butcher's home for a brief second. With the rolls that you have, you end up exiting. You notice that the merkin that were potentially here at some point in time, they're all gone.
They left the temple.
They left the temple. Now,
Yes.
that being said, you look on outside the temple and you notice clear waters. And you notice a shipwreck relatively close by.
Because of you guys.
Hell yeah.
Because of Ramza.
Well, you guys and
It was a combination of
It was a combination.
literally
Oh,
everybody
oh.
that happened. Everything that happened. The removal of the gem, the closing of the mouth, the double 20s
the double
made that
twins.
happen. It was just a...
It was
Beautiful
just a
And bear in
rash
mind,
bar.
all that happened within seconds of each other.
Balls.
Technically.
Yeah.
So you do notice that there is, I would say at this point in time, even though you did spend some time examining and investigating, you do notice one of the last, because of how pure the water is, one of the last people kind of being pulled up onto like the shipwreck. And kind of put 2 and 2 together. But while being in the water, you do notice off into the distance, just barely, a ship headed your way.
Okay, an actual moving ship.
An actual moving ship. Now, bear in mind, you know that they were fishing and doing all kinds of things prior to
But like a ship.
a ship heading out into sea.
Towards the shipwreck, trying to get.
Well, they have no idea anyone's there, but fishermen are fishing. For the sake of brevity, just to make things easy, because we have still about 20 minutes left till we're done with the session, but we can close early. You end up meeting up with a group, and you submerge in water, and you notice that everyone is breathing. They seem well. Some of them seem in much better condition than they were. And you notice off into the distance as the ship is kind of going out, immediately some of the people that were held prisoners begin to kind of just wave their hands out. I would say, Eddie, you notice one of the fishermen immediately is Tusk, kind of whirling in on his own boat, getting up, and he notices and he lets out, "There's people over at the shipwrecks! Turn it around!" And they begin moving towards and the ship docking. Now, honestly, for the sake of a good moment to pause, this would be a wonderful moment to do such. That being said, this has once again been Pass the Dice. Thanks for playing along with us. Talk about some crazy rolls, crazy happenings, and a lot of flair.
Pass the hard on, actually.
I don't know.
I was
pretty
rock
hard.
hard. Listen, you viewers, I was rock hard the whole time.
All right. Thank you for joining us once again. Liking and subscribing does the world for us, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. And we'll see you. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Editor, cut that out.